Black Otakus of the culture. It's your boy Chris J. Glad to be on here. Got my boy Charles Sav.
Oh,
Got
bro, I let me change the name again so the YouTube niggas can see it. Oh, I'm in a battle, but spoiler, it's Jimmy Hopkins. Stimmy
Jimmy
Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Stimmy Hopkins. The Stimmy has been a very very blessed thing in a community of just not black folk but all folks around. So it has been a very boost. And my check hit too. Oh, it was a very beautiful situation.
And of course, we got the boy Young Cam on here, G.
Yo, a special shout out to my boy, the GOAT. Today's his birthday. My One Piece niggas know today is Sabo's birthday.
Hey.
Shout out to the GOAT.
Yo. Young Goat Sabo, man. So, glad to be on here. We got DC's not going to be able to make it. You got to take care of family business once again, but it be that way. He's on break. One Piece is on break this week, so no One Piece discussion. But while we on topic of One Piece and stimmies, when I got my stimmy, I already got put most of it to the side for something big I'm trying to spend. But shout out to the mall because I found a freaking figure store and anime figure store out in Orland, and I found a couple nice little figurines. I did see some Dragon Ball Z joints. I meant to take a picture and show you the Goku Black one they had, Cam. That joint was clean. It was really clean. It was like $30. They had a bunch of One Piece joints, but I don't really give a fuck about Zoro like that. The Luffy one they had, I didn't really like because that nigga had the dress shirt on, and I was like, no, that ain't cool. But then I looked and I saw they had a Boa Hancock joint, and the horny nigga in me was like, yes, I have to cop my queen, my wife with Boa Hancock.
I
I
respect it.
had to do it. So my figurine and Funko Pop collection is slowly growing. And also, I saw this freaking Batman Vegeta tank top I had to cop too. So, shout out to these anime stores out here.
Okay, I gotta let you know. You have a Batman Vegeta tank top, right?
Yes.
That's fucking what's up.
Yes.
Great. There's only like 6 places, not even 6, like fucking 4 places you can wear that, okay? Yeah. Niggas get the Batman Vegeta fit and wear it every fucking where they go.
I swear they do. I know they do. I have a homie like legit has the shirt. I was like,
y'all over that's down Vegeta. That's down bad Vegeta.
It is.
Because that's back when Vegeta was like, I can't go Super Saiyan. Goku better than me, bro. Y'all stay in that outfit. But that's a down bad outfit, G. You can't be wearing that shit like that.
It's a very like goddamn.
We get it. You a Vegeta fan. Shut the fuck
like,
up.
It is not a. It's not a. We getting on Chris for wearing a Batman Vegeta fit. Of course not. We're not doing that.
I get what I know what y'all mean. That ain't true.
Shit, man.
Talk about to all y'all niggas who be like, you go to their closet, bro. They got a Batman short, Batman t-shirt, Batman.
If you got the whole
Batman
fit,
fucking
wrong.
socks with the sneaker fit, the fucking overlay sneaker fit, bro, with the backpack too.
They got
and
the
then just to top it off, they got a Vegeta wig too.
Cut.
Bruh. Yeah, G, that's going a little too far, bro. If you doing
y'all
all
down
of that,
bad,
G,
bro. Y'all down bad.
You going through it. You going through it, G. But it be that way. But shout out to everybody that got their stimmies using wisely. And all you people that's hated because you ain't get a stimmy, goddamn bad. Make too much money. One day I want to make too much money, but this is the time that's going.
Hey, blame Republicans.
Exactly, and blame the Republicans and Democrats being pussy. The Democrats being pussy.
So the IRS took your shit.
And that too, and also the fact that Joe Biden forgot to add, "Hey, they can't take it."
Blame the IRS and blame all y'all Republicans out there. G, realize that your people did not want y'all to get that stimmy.
Nope.
None of them voted for it, G.
And
blame somebody. We gotta blame them, G. Don't fucking care about y'all.
Exactly. Hold that L. But hey, continue to be a young Republican for shit. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this episode. We're pretty much going to really dedicate a bulk of this episode to the Justice League Snyder cut. So, but we'll breeze through what we've been reading, watching, and playing as we get to the holy grail of superhero movies, and I say that with quotation.
The Avengers killer.
Exactly. Like, okay, man, y'all got to chill. But what I've been reading, I caught up on that manga I've been reading, Sakamoto Days. I think I was like 2-3 weeks behind on it. Really good. Really just nice. It's really a nice change of pace in terms of it's shonen, but with some legit actual comedy to it, so it's cool. And shout out to Assassination shit because that's really dope. I'm still building up solo leveling because I'd rather read like 5 chapters at one time. Watching Dr. Stone was really good. Dr. Stone has been low key one of the better anime this season that doesn't get talked about. Shout out to them actually having a fight moment that was actually realistic because Senku can't fight worth a damn, but Tsukasa can fight. But also the fact that they had to nerf him so the fight can be realistic and actually entertaining was really dope. So I like how they did that. The Promised Netherland is still fuck what they did, but they're actually not deviating from the final few chapters, which is wild as hell when you think about it. So now the moms are teaming up with the kids, and it's just like, yo, I get you guys want it to end.
Yeah, why would you?
But when I look at the context, it's missing a lot of the context on why it makes sense and why they did what they did. I'm gonna keep saying it. Hold that.
The destination is the same. If the destination is the same and you got layered checkpoints and breadcrumbs, why would you take the creepy forest route when you could just take the route that people left for you so you can safely reach your destination?
Exactly. It's like taking the express bus, but you have to get back on the other bus to get to your stop. Makes no sense. Goofy. But yeah, I think that's it for Jujutsu Kaisen. Everybody hyped up this week's episode. It was a decent episode, but it wasn't nothing to get too hyped up about.
Ain't it 2 episodes left?
Yes. No, 1 episode left.
Yes, it is.
I thought it was 1.
Is it 1 episode? No, because remember it said Attack on Titan and all them other shows ended at the same time. I don't think the next episode after tomorrow's episode of Attack on Titan gonna be the last one. I think there's 3 more.
It's 3 more Attack on Titan episodes. Tomorrow's gonna leave it to 2. It's gonna leave it after tomorrow's gonna be 1 Attack on Titan left.
Fuck.
No, that can't be right because you mean they're gonna condense everything that happens after the Levi situation in the final episode, or that bitch is gonna be an hour?
I don't know, and I'm very curious because I really hope it's 2 episodes left. But technically, have to be 3 or 4 episodes left. Like Attack on Titan is weird because I'm like, gee, you're about to do a lot of squeezing. So we'll see how technically this tomorrow will be, and then we'll talk about it next week. That's it. I didn't really play nothing this week. I didn't really have time. But yeah, so that's it for me.
Yeah, shit. For me, just keep it simple. Watch Snyder Cut. That took the bulk of my watching. Literally, it took me 8 hours. Watched the Breaking Bad movie because they have a movie about Jesse, which is one of the main characters, called El Camino. It's just basically him getting out of what's this place, New Mexico, where all it started. See what happened to him in the end of the season when he was stuck in the fucking hole with the white supremacists and all that type of shit. So I was able to watch that. Excuse me. What else? Fucking watched I finished Better Call Saul. I don't know how it fucking ended. I don't know if that was like the legit ending. If it was kind of bad in my opinion. Just because it didn't feel like a legit ending. It just felt like, okay, this is how he became Saul. It didn't give me any really closure into his fucking arc. But I would say this, it's fucking depressing. It's a very depressing show. I like to sum it up. Nothing went fucking right. For Saul until he became a fucking scam artist. His brother fucking died, and his brother died all because of a fucking lie, all because he likes this bitch.
Damn.
So it's because how his brother died is that his brother heart attack I mean not heart attack. I don't know why I said fucking heart attack. His brother technically killed himself because his brother is this famed lawyer who has a mental illness in which he don't like electricity. He think it's gonna kill him. And with that being said, he just killed himself after that.
That has to be the worst fear you could have, just being afraid of electricity.
Yeah, because it was fucking everywhere. So his brother lived in a dark house, and somebody like Saul was able to like fucking he was able to like what's this called, like help him out when it came to his demons. Like, you know, he always bought him like food and shit like that, and helped him get like ice for his cooler because he didn't use the refrigerator. So Saul was helpful, but his brother always thought of Saul as less than what Saul thought of himself. But Saul got his law degree through a community college. And if you got your law degree, no matter where you got it from, it's still a fucking law degree. But Saul got his law degree through a community college. So his brother didn't think he should be a lawyer. His brother didn't think because he ain't earned it the right way.
He didn't go through crippling debt.
Yeah, he didn't go through fucking hell and high water to get a law degree. He probably, you know, I'm not gonna go there. It was a very fucked up situation, especially for Saul. But Saul continued to respect his brother and stuff like that till the end. And what I mean by that is eventually he just started to hate his brother. And when he started to hate his brother, he grew hate for his brother, and basically they drifted apart. Saul, the lady that the love interest end up, you know, they end up falling in love, which is cool. It really doesn't happen in shows like that. But they end up falling in love, but the crazy thing is, after they fell in love, like she left the law firm that they all was at to be like, yeah, I'm gonna become a lawyer like Saul has. And when she became a lawyer like Saul, she not became a lawyer, but she went pro bono, so she take cases. And she went to a solo practice, so she not only taking cases like just to prove herself, but she also go solo like Saul did. Saul helped her get this big account that his brother was fighting for, and in order to do that, he lied on his brother. His brother got really fucked up in the brain and ended up killing himself by, you know, setting himself on fire. That lived with Saul throughout the rest of the series. You also get backstory of Gus and in the Salamanca's, the cartel that was going through all that type of stuff. Voss is in that show. He is going to be haunted by gamers for the rest of his fucking life because nobody know his name but Voss. He's in that show. You look at him, you're like, hey, there go Voss.
You want to know the definition of insanity?
And speaking of that, Voss was the most stupid fucking drug dealer known to man. He ended up trying to kill Tuco. And yes, the Tuco that everybody thinks is Tuco, the guy who plays Tuco in every fucking movie. He tried to take Tuco, and that's his name in the show, by the way, because for some bad reason, him, Hector, and the other Mexican dude forever get casted as those names. But
that's still wild.
It's weird. It's weird. Look up Tuco, and you'll be able to see him playing all the same nigga named Tuco. But yeah, he ended up getting Tuco in jail. But throughout that had a domino effect to him basically getting shot up and shit. But Better Call Saul was good, but very fucking depressing, especially on Saul's part. I don't care if you are a lawyer. The life that he lived, you don't want to fucking live. It was a very bad life. Just imagine you lied to your brother for some pussy, he ended up killing himself because of your lie. Like, that depressing in itself. But watch Better Call Saul. For gaming, shit. Play the same game I always play. Literally No Man's Sky a lot. Royale, not say Royale, Strikers. Take my time with that shit. Lego games. Playing 2K right now, but realizing I got rusty, so thank God I'm back at it. Um, that's I've been playing Pokemon Showdown to gear me up for when I get my Switch. I'm not buying Sword and Shield because fuck that. But when the Diamond and Pearl remakes come out, we'll be buying that. So making sure I get alchemated with my Pokemans. But other than that, yeah,
No, you don't have to do that, right?
Huh?
You know all these new gen Pokemon games. Well, Diamond and Pearl might be hard because Diamond and Pearl was a challenge, but I'm just saying, like, cause like Sword and Shield, cakewalk.
I
Yeah,
swear to
it's
God,
shit.
Freaking experience share thing. So if they
The
add that
experience share is
experience share
fucking
thing,
broken.
if they add that thing to Diamond and Pearl, you don't have.
It's
to
going to
be
be a
knowledgeable
breeze
on
going through
anything,
Diamond and
bro.
Pearl.
I don't know
Like,
why they
a
added
fucking
the
bull and
experience share
everything.
thing like that anyway. No, don't get me wrong. Grinding fucking sucks in Pokemon, but that's the only hard thing about Pokemon is walking somewhere under level. Everything else is fucking easy.
It's not even just
And
being
I hope they
level,
change
but
that with the
leveling
RPG
up
that's
your
coming out.
squad. So,
The real reason I bought my Switch is for that Pokemon RPG that comes out probably a couple of months after. And if that shit ass, I'm taking my badge away and I'm done. I'm gonna retire my profile as a Pokemon
K.
Pokemon killer.
hey.
All right, so for me, I'll start with watching. We're not gonna talk about the weeklies, but I'll just give a quick general synopsis of how I felt, like really quick. Jujutsu Kaisen was okay. Shout out to Fugishiro. Finally showcasing his powers, because every time I'm not gonna show it, or he got pop blocked for some reason, he finally showcased his powers. Pretty dope, really good action scene. So it is what it is on that. 3-0. Pretty much a snooze fest from beginning to
Especially
end.
compared to last week's episode.
Beatrice part was okay. The Amelia shit, I tell you, I did not care. I just don't care. It's at this point where I just don't care about Amelia as a character. Where like even if the scenes are okay, it's just like you saying it. You're a boring character, so
Exactly. Like I didn't care about her going against them bunnies, G. I was happy to see the bunnies return.
When the bunnies came back, G. I was like,
I was happy to see the bunnies return. So
freaking Rose Wall and Ram situation, I don't care. I don't care. The only thing I cared about was the mansion, and I guess they, you know, what's funny? They did what they did to the mansion. What I wanted them to do with the forest, burn that bitch.
they literally, it's literally they burned the mansion down. It figured it out in 2-3 episodes. And while we've been in this goddamn sanctuary forest for like literally an entire
I think
season.
next episode is gonna be it. Hoping next episode after that. Top 3 of this season, I'm gonna tell you this. It's not top 3 of this. It is what it is. You had one good episode. Congrats. There. 2.43 was pretty dope. Good volleyball moments. I was actually shocked. I was shocked that they actually won. I guess the ending was kind of weird, but I guess it means that they won because the dude was like, I don't want the game to end, but who knows? They won. I wasn't expecting that because typically, since this is kind of a cliche sports stories, I was expecting them to lose their first major game like they all do. But
yeah, you
get kudos for taking a different road. I respect that. Skate was low-key snooze fest. Because like the drama between Reki and fucking Langa was so freaking boring.
I didn't watch it, but please tell me it was resolved.
It takes the whole episode, but you know.
Gee, I'd rather watch Tony Hawk struggle to freaking do a 540.
It takes the whole episode. You get like a little bit of skating with Mia and Adam's like butler dude, which was pretty cool. But after that, it's straight manga, Reki being depressed, Langa being depressed, and at the end they skate together and we like skating together. It's like, okay, go back to skating now. No one cares about that. So
Like,
that
I
was
need
that.
niggas getting hit
What
by
else was there?
skateboards, G. I just give me that, G.
Shit was funny as fuck.
Still one of the best.
After that was Horimiya. Um, so I didn't spoil myself, but a lot of people who read the manga, because I'm starting to notice this as well, and I'm pretty sure Chris was starting to notice this as well. A lot of people said like after like chapter 80 in the Horimiya manga, like the author starts to like focus a lot on like the side characters and their relationships more so as opposed to like they said like prior to the last chapter that literally just recently came out, so Horimiya has officially ended. They said like chapter 80 was like, from what I saw, like chapter 80 was like the last big like here's here's Corey, here's Miyamura, here's them being a couple before like the rest of the chapters is dedicated. Like they're more so side characters. They focus on side characters and their relationship. In that case, I don't need a season two. You can end it here. You can end this shit here. Because this episode again, snooze fest. You know what's weird? You have a show in which you have two really good characters, great fucking characters, great relationships. And instead of focusing on them, the reason why the fucking show is called Horimiya,
Literally, it's named after them.
instead of focusing showing them, you're focused on characters that we kind of don't. Now I know that like people are going, but you have to build your supporting cast up. Yes, you could do that, but do so through the interactions of the two main characters, the people who we're kind of portraying ourselves and how they interact with the world, not cutting them off and then letting these other characters we don't care about take the center stage out of nowhere. Like this episode was about green hair folks, the dude who they barely talked to. It was about him and his sister. And like the bulk of the episode was that she wants to get into a good high school. And like he wants to be a good big brother and like they're afraid that they hate each other. And so he asks Hori to like tutor her some shit. Skip. Jan. Stop doing that shit, bro. And if this is a continuing trend, as in like this is how you're gonna treat the rest of these episodes, you can end it off season one for me. I don't need a season two. I'm good. I'll take whatever I got with Hori and Miyamura in the first season, and I can live with that. And I'll spoil myself on the last chapter, and we'll end it off that. So that was Horimiya. It's falling off. A lot of these shows are low key falling off, but I guess that's the curse of shows about to end. And then oh my god, those that work Cold Black. Woo wee! So this was the final. I think this was the final episode.
Yes, I just saw a post saying it was the final episode.
Yeah, bro. After I thought everything was good, because so basically what ends up happening, to summarize it real quick, their host body has a heart attack, right? Because he don't take care of his body. So you get to kind of see what the inside of your body does and how it reacts to you having a cardiac arrest and shit like that. Pretty cool. Basically they resuscitate it, they get the blood pumping, and as a result of that, it's implied that the host body starts to take care of himself because he had a brush with death. It's like, hey nigga, you almost died. Get your shit together. So it kind of like the environment is very similar to if you've watched the original Cells at Work, right? Where it's a very clean, very friendly environment. Of course, it has germs and shit, but the white blood cells take care of that. All of a sudden, fucking a tube comes out of nowhere, and essentially it's a blood transfusion. It sucks up all the main characters that we care about, and then they're placed into an even worse body than they originally came for. That's how the show ends. And I'm just staring at the screen like, this nigga can't catch a break. He literally just like they all just like fought their asses off once this dude had a heart attack to recover his body by delivering oxygen around his body. You finally like, damn, he got a happy ending because he watched his homie die. Like he watched so many of his colleagues die. He like, damn, bro, he finally finna get a good ending. And then boom, he in a even worse body than he was originally in. I was like, bro, this is the definition of a tragic hero. This nigga can't get no break. So that fucked me up. And I don't know if they're gonna use this to transition into cells that work coronavirus. I need that shit soon though. I need that shit soon. I cannot wait for that.
You
shit
getting that cells at work Wuhan edition?
Yo,
I mean that shit finna be lit, G. I cannot wait to see how they do that. Battle Cells at Work. I also started watching Jobless Reincarnation was a pretty good episode last week. As far as like kind of establishing that the main character doesn't like death. He doesn't like killing people. Like he's powerful, but he doesn't want to use his power to kill people. Things like that. And then I started watching. I don't know the fucking title of this shit, Chris. It's like suppose a kid from like the boonies of the last dungeon.
Oh, I've been watching that, G. That is super funny, G.
Yeah, that show is fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious, G.
The premise of the show, I mean, it's basically, I like it though. Like it's really it's fresh. I wouldn't say it's like super original, but like when I heard of the concept, I was like, that's a pretty fucking cool concept. So it's like it's centered around this RPG like world where the main character comes from the last dungeon, the last town before you get to the last dungeon of that said world. And he's the weakest kid in that town, but since he comes from a place that is before the last dungeon, he's around like a lot of OP ass niggas, OP monsters and shit like that. So when he goes back, because he wants to apply to become a knight, because somebody he looks up to was a knight, so he wants to do that. When he's very shy, very timid, he's very insecure about himself, but he's like the strongest fucking nigga in the damn show.
He's OP.
The running joke of when like the giant grasshopper niggas come out of nowhere. And he's literally and they're like, "Oh my god, it's monsters!" And he's like, "That's a bug, bro." Like,
it's nothing. Then flick them away. I'm like, my nigga.
he only considers like demon lords and shit like that real monsters, but like everything else is like nonchalant threat. He's just knocking shit out the way. So it's a really good. It's a really funny show. I like it. I don't know if that's on his last episode.
I wonder if every isekai is going to be like, we're going to one up each other.
That's not an isekai though.
Oh,
yeah.
It's not like he doesn't get transported into another.
Yeah, it's just it's like that. RPG like just anime.
Yeah. That's why I was willing to give it a watch when I first checked it out, because I was like, is this a fucking isekai? But then I was like, okay, no, it's not. So yeah, that was pretty.
Keeping up with X on?
So on the gaming, so so let's see, two things. So I officially beat Fire Emblem Three Houses. I beat all the paths and everything like that. So to get my overall thoughts on it, since I completed the whole package, I freaking love it. It's one of those Switch games that I recommend you play if you are into strategy, if you're into, if you're into strategy, if you're into a really kind of cool medieval dragons god type of story. It's really cool, very interesting. If I were, for my people who play Three Houses, so you know what I'm talking about, if I were to rate the paths, it would be Dimitri's path is first. The Church and Claude's path is a tie for me. Really like them both, and then Edelgard's path. I don't hate it, but compared to the other paths that I played, I like them a lot better than her initial path. So all in all, I poured like 300 plus hours into that game. It's my longest played Switch game. So I would say my final rating is obviously gonna be a fucking 10 out of 10. I fucking love the game. I wouldn't have poured 300 hours into the game if I didn't think it was a 10 out of 10 game. If I just was like, oh, well, that was a cool path and I'm done, nah. I recommend you get it out to the Switch. And the next game I beat was Persona 5 Strikers. I finally beat it this week. Let me see. How should I structure? Um, I'll start with this. This is another good example of if you give Koei Tecmo the bag, they can deliver a damn good game. I'm honestly shocked to this day that this game does not have a bunch of costume DLCs and shit, considering this is Koei Tecmo, considering that this is also Sega too. Sega owns Atlas. But can Sega, you are some scumbags when it comes to some of your DLC too, so you're not off the hook. But I'm shocked that there's no outrageous DLC far apart from like the digital deluxe edition stuff that you get. So kudos for you, I guess, for showing some restraint. Maybe we'll see. Um, but story. I'll start with story, right? Um, what do I think of this story compared to Persona 5 Royale? Um, it's essentially it's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. A lot of the stuff in this story is beat for beat, like the Persona 5 Royale, which is kind of not a bad thing. But if you played the fuck out of Persona 5 like me and Detro have, you'll notice a lot of things are kind of like, okay, we get it. The first dungeon boss had ties to Anne. The second one had ties to Yusuke. But you mixed it up. The third one didn't have ties to Makoto. It had ties to Haru. Ooh, I'm gonna give you points for that. But a lot of the stuff is beat for beat. Hell, I'm not gonna spoil anything for Day Trail, but like that is literally like the final kind of area and the motivations of the final boss of the game is literally, hey, y'all the boss. Do you mind if I copy your homework? Sure, bro. Just make sure you don't just make sure you don't copy all of my answers. But yeah, you can. It's insanely close to the. It's like even the design as well. Like once you get to that part, Day Trail, like it's kind of like they were like, fuck, we can't be bothered. Shit. I mean, we already reusing assets and shit like that.
They hit it with the, yo, they gonna buy a game regardless, right? Yeah.
Yeah. This Persona 5. Yeah. What's our deadline for this game? Oh, we gotta have something down for next week. All right. Just let me see. Okay. All right. Clip a few of the wings here. Add a little halo here. All right. Boom. All right. Ship it out. That's your stuff for Persona 5 Strikers. It's pretty much that. So I wasn't overly too impressed with the story. I will say, as far as character though, the new characters that they introduced, Sophia and Zenkichi, I love them a lot. Especially Zenkichi. He's the first out of the Persona 3 universe, right? I don't know about Persona 1 and 2. But he's the first party member, I believe, out of all, and I played all of the Persona, all the side games and shit. He's the first party member that's actually over the age of fucking 21 that's in your party that you get to play as, which that's pretty cool. It's pretty dope. So he brought a lot of interesting discussions as far as like bringing the perspective of an adult to the Phantom Thieves, and you had a lot of interesting dialogues between what they think justice is and changing hearts and shit like that. Sophia being an AI, of course, you got that cliche. What if AIs had emotions and feelings? But I did like her. I did like the impact that she brought to the story as far as when she displayed those things. Because and also I got to control her for 100% of the game, unlike a certain other female character that got freaking delegated to freaking 20 hours of the game that hopefully you knew what confidants to get up, because if you didn't, you just got the original ending and you just wasted $60. Um, but yeah, so that was that. Gameplay is freaking phenomenal. Like I love it, love it, love it. This isn't literally like if you took Dynasty Warriors and you just you modded Persona characters on there. This is you took key elements from Persona 5 gameplay. You took key elements from the Muso Dynasty Warrior style game, and you blended them together. You blended them together, and you made the second coming of baby gaming Jesus. It's amazing. So kudos for the gameplay, for making it not only feel like you're playing Persona 5, but you're also playing a Dynasty Warrior. So all in all, I would give the game a solid 8 out of 10. I think that this is definitely This is something I mean you're gonna get if you're Persona. How would I compare it to the original? Like, if would I replay this as much as I played the original Persona 5 Royale? No, because there's a lot of key things in the original Persona 5 that I love, such as social links. In this game, they're delegated to. There's literally only no. There's one. I just have to. There's one chance at the out of the entire game, and I clocked in this game at about 60 hours. So there's only one part of the game in which they go like, "Hey, choose somebody who you want to spend your time with," and you choose whoever you want to spend, whoever your persona waifu is, and then like you have like this brief 1 minute conversation, and you get a blush. Like, I think I might like you. They don't say it, but they're like, "Oh, no, it'd be cool if we could spend time together." Lame shit, right? So a lot of key elements that I think players who are big fans of the Persona series are kind of lacking in Persona 5 Strikers because they kind of have to stick to this one formula and it's not as big or expansive as the, something like Persona 5 Royale. So I that's kind of why I would rate Persona 5 Royale higher than Strikers, but I don't think this is a bad sequel. It still manages to retain characters, the style, and the overall reason why you fell in love with Persona 5 in the first place. It manages to retain those elements and expand them even further than some things that couldn't be done in Persona 5 Royale, which is a fucking 20-hour expansion pack to the original. So get the game. It's on Switch too. So if you want to take that game on the go, that'd be pretty dope. So that's it for gaming. And on to reading. We have Boruto and Super chapters came out this week. I didn't even know they came out. I was just looking and I saw a visit. I was like, oh yeah, these chapters are out. Boruto was okay. How can I explain this in a way that doesn't make this shit already as boring as essentially Boruto, this is the aftermath of fucking fight that they had. Kurama's dead. Naruto doesn't even mention Kurama being dead, by the way. Like no, there's no emotional scene or
That's
nothing.
wild.
He's just like,
This is not
oh man, this was a heavy ass exposition filled fucking chapter. So essentially, you got Kawaki was telling Boruto that they are about to be Otsutsukified because they're vessels for the clan, whatever. And basically, Kawaki was telling Boruto that there's a way in which you can make a vessel for yourself, so that way when you get when your body, because your body is going to get taken over by Momoshiki eventually, but you can prepare a vessel for yourself using karma, so that way when you get taken over, you will have something else that you could transfer yourself into. And they were talking about this kid. His name is Code, and Code was somebody who he got tested for karma. He got tested for karma alongside Kawaki, but he wasn't compatible at first. But then somehow he was able to he was compatible, but he's not suitable enough to be a vessel like Kawaki is. So he told Boruto, "Hey, look, transfer your karma into Code, so that way when Momoshiki takes over your body, you can take over Cold's body because he'll be your vessel with karma." Now, for you guys who are listening to me saying this, going like, "What the fuck is this shit?" That's exactly what I was saying as I was reading this shit. Why is this necessary? I'm like, to me at this point, like if you like Boruto, if you genuinely like Boruto, I'm not mad at you, right? You're entitled to your own opinion. The problem I'm having with Boruto is that this shit is so unnecessary. Like this Karma, Momoshiki, Otsutsuki clan, all this stuff is just unnecessary, boring filler to me. And it's at this point I'm on the side when people were like, when Shippuden ended, they were like, "Yo, just let this shit." Okay, Boruto, yeah, Naruto had 2 kids. Cool. That's all I need to know about them is that they're Naruto's kids. I'm on that side fully now. Like I'm really done with Boruto. I just there's just nothing that I'm like, because they're trying to bring back the Ten Tails. They're trying to bring back the Fruit of the Tree of Life. It's like, come on, you already did this shit, bro. Relax. We don't want to see this stuff again. Just the cares about the next generation. So that's basically what happened. Um, and then Naruto, Shikamaru, and some doctor dude who used to work with Kawaki were talking about like they were also talking about the karma stuff. And like Naruto literally like they were also talking about the fact that, you know, Naruto doesn't have Kurama anymore, so he's not as not useful, so to speak. And they also said that Sasuke has permanently lost the Rinnegan. So
Hey, if they throw some bum ass political shit in that show, wrap it up. If
oh,
they throw some,
speaking of politics, Naruto ended off the top going like he needs to talk to all the other Hokages. So they're like about to hold like a big Kage summit so that they can all talk about the karma, the Otsutsuki, and all that nice stuff that you want to hear about when you think of Naruto.
My man's is on straight weird shit. Back up.
Yes. Yeah, man.
Oh man, just bad. But then the chapter ends with like Boruto talking to Kawaki. He's basically going like, "Oh, we have to save. We can't keep relying on my dad forever for Ninja and Ninja's fight or whatever." And then Kawaki was like, what do you do? Like, what do we do in times like this, Kawaki?" And then like Kawaki's like, "What are you talking about?" Train. So I guess there's gonna be a training arc now, maybe a time skip or something, maybe to make it a little bit interesting. But that's how the chapter ended. Um, I, I don't care. So on to Super. Super was a good chapter. Granola is down bad. I mean, like he down bad for against Frieza. So it starts off with he made the wish to Shinron to become the most powerful warrior in the universe, and essentially what happens is that Shinron goes like, "Hey, keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, G. Shit is beyond my control, my nigga. I can't do that." He's like, "What you mean, bro? What you mean?" And then he's like, I can like unlock like I can only increase your power as far as like your latent abilities go up to." But then he goes like, "There is a way that I can grant you power though, but it'll cost something," and it skips to something else. Vegeta is training with Beerus. He's trying to Hakai a boulder, but then he destroys it, and Beerus goes like, "Yeah, you just smashed it. You didn't destroy it." He's like, "When I destroy something, I literally erase it from existence." So he tosses like a huge boulder into the air, and he erases it from existence. And then Goku and Whis are talking, and like Goku's like, "Oh wow, Beerus is really training Vegeta and all this other stuff." Um, and like Whis is like, "Are you worried?" And he's like, "Hell no! Like you go get strong his way, and I'm gonna get strong my way by mastering Ultra Instinct." So he's doing that, and then like he's talking to the little fish nigga, and then the little fish thing. Like Whis is going like, "Yeah, but like, aren't you worried that like you guys aren't like the strongest beings in the universe or something like that?" And the fish is like, "Yeah, a great warrior will rise up soon." And like Goku and Vegeta are like, "Oh, that's me, that's me." And Vegeta takes the little like a little rock pebble and he Hakai's it. So that means he's learning, he's developing the Hakai, which is pretty good for you Vegeta fans. Number two, it's Ultra Instinct over Hakai any day, bro. That shit's broken. uh, so and Goku also knows Hakai too in the manga technically. It is what it
that's
is.
what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, yo, I was like, okay, Vegeta know Hakai. Did they? I don't mind if they retcon and shit. I don't give a fuck. It's Dragon Ball. I'm like, are they even gonna like acknowledge the fact that he almost erased Zamatsu whatsoever?
Goku knows something. He knows about Hakai. I think he's just more concerned about that Ultra Instinct though. So then we get what is it? So it cuts back to Granola, and this is like a callback shot. Granola has like his hair is like in the style of Super Saiyan 3, and he's also like in the same pose as when like Goku had originally showcased when he had Super Saiyan 3 hair in the manga. Nice little callback. But he's like super strong. The Namekian elder comes out like, "What the fuck did you do? What'd you do?" And he's like, "I wish to become the greatest warrior." in the universe, and flies off because he's gonna go talk to those hot topic emo vampire niggas and get them some information about where Frieza Sama is. So he goes to them. He's like, "Hey, tell me where Frieza is, or we gonna have some problems." They send fat folks after him. Granola beats his ass, and they're like, "Holy, how did you get so strong?" And he basically tells them it's because of the Dragon Balls. I wish to become the greatest warrior in the universe. He's like, that kind of wish shouldn't be possible. Like what, like what are you talking about? And then he's like, give me the location of Frieza because I don't have that much time left. And Granola basically explains that the ramifications of the wish that he made is he sacrificed. So Shinron explained it that he can accumulate his life force, his life expectancy.
It's always life force
As a way to basically give him the current power he has now, but it'll severely, like kind of like Death Note, where it's like you want to find out how long these people have to live. That's cool, but we're gonna cut your life in half. It's the same thing with Dragon Ball, where it's like you get power, but we cut your life in half. So he basically says that he would have had like 150 something years left to live, and now he only has 3 years left to live to kill Frieza. That is some down bad shit. Yo, this man sacrificed 150 years of his life to get revenge,
bro.
Frieza.
It makes you wonder because, like, you know how Vegeta or Frieza wishes for the Dragon Balls when they first appeared were, I want to be stronger, or like,
no, it was I
never
be
die.
Immortal.
It makes me wonder if Shinra will ever been able to grant that. She'd be like, can't do that for you, bro. I can't. Because at least it shows his ramifications for certain type of wishes like that.
It worked. But this was the Super Dragon Balls, though. I feel like if it was like the Super Dragon Balls and he was just like, nigga, give me power, that Shinra would have been like, all right, here you go. And going with his life. Because Zamasu was able to use that. He was like, yo, I want to be immortal. And Super Shinra was like,
with the Super Dragon Ball, different rule.
But yeah, so that happens. They tell him that like he says like he basically leaves because he beats up the fat folks and he beats up the girl, and then the other dude that like gave him smoke the first time he met was about to go in on him, but then he stopped the fight. He was like, "I'm gonna be back if you don't tell me where Frieza is. I'm on y'all ass." And basically the leader of the Hot Topic emo vampires, he goes like, all right, listen, so here's what we go do. Because Frieza is still the reason, Frieza being alive is low key making a bag, and we don't want to fumble the bag here. What we go do is we go coerce, or we're gonna falsely lead Granola to attack, because he has a grudge against Saiyans too, because they're the ones who destroyed his world. So we're gonna have him go up against Vegeta and Goku because they're Saiyans. He has a grudge against them, so they'll fight each other, and then we'll use whoever lives or whatever. Something like we'll use whoever lives, and basically like they'll either kill each other or we'll use them to kind of ultimately get Frieza or something like that. So that's kind of like their big plan, and that's how chapter is. So fascinating chapter. Granola is down bad for revenge against Frieza, and Vegeta's training and Goku's training is going well. So people who go like, "Oh, it's an ass full power." He's steadily showing through these chapters that these niggas is training. So whatever comes when him and Granola have that fight, it'll be some good because Granola is OP now. Like the fish, even Whis is telling them like when we saw that Granola got the power, got the wish fulfilled, he was like, "Oh, this is trouble. This is bad." So he's very strong now. So like he's not like he's gonna put in some work, so to say. Obviously, he's not gonna win because his name is not Goku. But
I'm about to say, okay, you a goon, but what's a goon to a Goku? Like, I don't get no fuck.
But as of now, he is a strong number 3 in the universe right now. So, or number 2, depending on if they want to disrespect Vegeta, which I'm all for.
They're going to disrespect Vegeta. I look at as a Vegeta fan. I look at Vegeta as being a Bears fan. You're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna enjoy the first 5 minutes, like the Bears. You're gonna enjoy the first 5 games. Then you go down bad.
Yeah. Okay. But that's it. A lot of talking from me, but I just wanted to cover up all our weeklies, update the fans and everybody else on what's going on, different mediums watching, start going the gospel of Snyder. Let us turn to First Snyder's chapter 1 verse 1.
That's actually let's do Flying Tupac and Winter Soldier. So yeah, because I think we could
close our Bibles and go to the sacrilege, the unholy vestments that is the Marvel realm.
If anybody could play a comedic Satan,
hey, you know, what's his name? You know, him from Powerpuff Girls.
Hey, that's fucked up. But Anthony Mackie can play him.
Folks kind of like with the jawline. He kind of.
I told Cuz he looked like. I told Cuz certain faces that Anthony Mackie make, that nigga look like Nick to a fucking T.
He just do.
It's so fucking weird, bro. Especially that face, especially the funny meme when he just like he did something wrong.
This is looking funny, but yeah. So Falcon and Winter Soldier, aka Flying Tupac.
Hey yo, check it out, motherfucker! I'm Tupac.
Each time we talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier, we open it up with that sound bite. That nigga should be ashamed for that Tupac role. And crossover. Crossover was also a thing. But I blame Wayne Brady for that. But let's go ahead and talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier. Cam, I'll let you lead it because I just interject where I can.
This was okay. A lot of people who are expecting like this to be like dumb action. This show is actually got some a little bit of depth in it.
Which is necessary.
I liked it. This is a very slow burner. We do get action theme, but like other than that, this show is really kind of it's taking what WandaVision did and establishing the premise of what WandaVision did, which is establishing the world of the MCU after the blip occurred. And how it affected certain characters. And now it's really taking that concept in Falcon and Winter Soldier, where you really get to see the impact of what the blip did to certain people. You see it with Tupac, Flying Tupac's sister. She didn't get blipped, so you know she was like, I was alone for 5 years. I had to take care of our house and I had to take care of my kids and all this other stuff. You just disappeared. And same thing with Winter Soldier. We see that he's having PTSD flashbacks because not PTSD. Yeah, PTSD flashbacks of him being Winter Soldier. And he has like this conversation with therapist that he has to see. And she, you have a nightmare. No, I didn't have a nightmare. And at first I'm like, why are you lying? That's actually some pretty fucking clever dialogue that they did.
It did. That was one of the. I really enjoyed the dialogue in that. That was actually well scripted.
It was really good. He was like, "No, I didn't have a nightmare," and she was kind of basically trying to talk to him because they were both soldiers. And he's like, what do you want? He's like, I just want peace. And she's like, that's bullshit. You don't want peace because we both survived war, and we both know that peace can be a very dangerous thing for people. Those alone. He's like, you need friends, you need people to reach out to and talk to. It's a great pro mental health message, especially from the angle of like veterans and shit like that, because that's real stuff, right? So I enjoyed that dialogue. It was great for Winter Soldier's character too, because like that nigga, like he's just a messed up character in general with all the stuff he's going. So you have that dynamic. You have Falcon, who has two dynamics. One of the dynamics being the fact that he's burdened with are you going to take the mantle of Captain America? And he himself, he just doesn't feel like he's worthy enough to take it on at this moment. So he sells it to the Smithsonian Museum, kind of display as an artifact. And he's like, Cap, Cap died, he passed on. So at this point, like we don't need old heroes, we need new heroes. Rise up, take on them. Really, really good dialogue. Like the show has some really good like dialogue as far as like the ramifications of what happened during Infinity War and how hard it is, but you have to. So essentially, like as far as like the bad guy plot of it, the show opens up with him doing this mission to recover an agent that's being taken over by these people. So Falcon does this thing. You get a really cool little chase action scene with him, showcasing that like he really is weak as fuck because like if this was any other Avenger. But you got to pad out that running time.
Hey.
So yeah, he rescues them because they have to rescue him before they get to like the border.
The Libyan border.
Because airspace and all of the treaties and stuff like that, it'll be a very bad situation for U.S. Air Force. So he rescues him, and they're basically like there's this symbol that's going around that they are not aware of. That's kind of like spreading these like very radical ideas, things like that. So one of his like buddies in the war, I don't know who he is as far as like comic book characters.
I believe his name was Torres.
I think. Yeah, I don't know if like if he has a major role in the comics or if he's just a character that they
just
added.
Probably
in,
like I don't care.
He basically stays in a location so he can gather more intel. Falcon goes back home, and that's when he talked to his sister. And that side story is basically he wants, his sister wants to sell the family boat because like times and stuff. Sell that shit. We need money. Falcon does not want to sell that because that's a part of their history, their heritage.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to preserve that. So he's like, listen, I'm gonna help you because I'm an Avenger. I work for the military. Like they gotta know me. They we go apply for a loan. We go get that shit consolidated. His sister is like,
all right.
you forget the color of your skin. So then they go to the bank. This is a really good fucking scene, dog. It's a really good scene.
Yeah, let me talk about this scene because this scene was hilarious. So the banker or whatever was like, "You look familiar. You go to LSU? Like you play for LSU?" I was like, "Gee,
off the bat stereotype, G."
Exactly. I'm like, bro, you said this nigga is literally an LSU football player, bro. You bogus as hell. Like, come on, G. Then and then Falcon literally he's like trying to say
does this.
The wings. I'm like, oh, you're Falcon. And they just sitting there talking, yadded it up. His sister just looking annoyed. Like his sister was giving quality. Yeah, his sister was giving quality black woman vibes. G, like you could tell she was like just quality, like just some bullshit. So they're talking, and he just pretty much breaks down, says, "So you haven't had no income for 5 years," and they're like, "Yeah, nigga, I wasn't here
for 5 years."
Like, nigga, I was gone, like literally gone, like half the universe gone. So he was like, "Well, okay." Then looking at the other fight, he says, "Yeah, but even Millie, you got off and on and shit like that." It was just like, "Damn, bro, like you reading for filth right now."
Even before that, he said some bogus ass shit because he was like, "How do y'all, you guys are heroes, right?" It's like,
oh yeah,
is there some kind of like program that gets y'all paid or something like that? Really... and then he says, or do y'all get paid by starting my
goodwill?
By the way, he says it like in a completely disrespectful fucking. I'm like, bro, I wanted to punch this nigga. G, like,
hey,
he gave.
That's a funny parallel because it's like people on Twitter run on to say Bruce Wayne bought Superman's house back. Tony Stark gave them niggas, put them niggas in jail and say, "All right, move on." So that was a funny ass parallel people was making, but yeah, that happened. I was just like, "Damn, Jim." And Falcon literally said, "Yeah, we do it for goodwill, bro. We die for this."
It's like just like it'd be good for you to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give my sisters loans so we can keep this boat, so we can keep our family business going. And then he like, yeah, I get you a hero, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like our his options are tight. And then his sister goes like, funny how it becomes tight when we come around. And I was like,
I was like, whoever wrote this
messages.
understands. They get it, G. Whoever wrote the script gets it, G. They really get it. So like,
whoever directed and wrote this scene, you did a good fucking job.
You get it. You get it. That's all I'm gonna say in regards to that. So yeah, so they walk out, they mad at each other, saying, yeah, so they ain't get no money, they ain't got no loan. Now they sitting there trying to figure out what the hell they got to do. So I really enjoyed that scene. Like scenes like this really showing the struggle.
It humanizes the universe and lets us know that like, yeah, these guys are heroes, but that nigga's still black.
And they broke.
So wouldn't let that shit happen to me though. Let me be a superhero, bro. Hell no. I'm going
pay
to the
me.
White House. I'm going to Congress. I'm going like, listen, pay me or I'm gonna do their job for them. I'm gonna end it with them. Fuck you talking about?
Y'all go to the White House. Hello? Ain't you Tony Stark's wife? Tony Stark's wife? Yeah. Give me some money. Give me some money. I say it for your husband. Give me some money.
Oh, you go
like how Batman did Superman, because I felt bad for you. I bought the bank to get your farm back.
Yeah,
go to like, Tony Stark, bitch.
I mean, but like,
run them checks.
That's fucking. I'm talking about like you a nigga like Falcon, bro. Like you really finna think you like she got that OPS Iron Man suit. She go. What you say?
He Tupac, motherfucker. He can do whatever he wants.
Hey, yo, check it out, motherfucker. I'm Tupac.
No, but I'm talking to niggas. I'm like, bro, I stood sad with Cap. Nigga, go to Wakanda. You'll be treated like a king out there. You black.
Let me have powers like Wanda. More like listen, your daughter, erase her from existence, and I'm gonna erase your memories. Never have her. Never had her.
Or you give me $1 million. I know he can slide you a couple bucks. I know T'Challa got it on him.
Allah. Give me $1 million, or I'm gonna erase Wakanda from existence. And I'm taking all your vibranium too, nigga. So after that scene, we cut back to Winter Soldier, and basically, his side arc is basically the ramifications. Like one thing that I really like that they kind of went into in Civil War with Tony Stark's parents. But they went into the ramifications of him being Winter Soldier. Particularly, there's this old Japanese man, I believe. Oh, yeah, Japanese man, old Japanese man that he's taking care of, or not taking care
Yuri.
of. I think
it was Yuri.
Yeah, his name is Yuri, and so he basically goes like, "Hey, like I'm gonna take you out to go." Like they go out to eat sometimes because they're both old.
Got nobody. They got nobody.
Yeah, and they just want to take care. So basically, they're talking, and Yuri sets Winter Soldier up with a date because he's like, they go to this sushi bar, and there's this not bad looking. This is bad looking,
decent little Asian chick, G.
You know what I'm saying? Decent. Looking real nice behind the counter, and so he like, hey, listen, I'm gonna set you up. You know what I'm saying? So Yuri goes like, hey, he wants to take you out. She's like, okay, come back here tomorrow at 10 or something. So yeah, shout out to Yuri. But then Yuri he breaks down, he talks about how his son died while he was overseas. And I'm just kind of like, why the hell are you talking about? What the hell, okay, what does this mean? But we cut to the next day, he goes to meet the chick at the bar, sushi bar. They're talking, kind of having a nice little chemistry together. I don't know if they're gonna be like a thing throughout this chat, because he low-key just dusted her ass. like they were talking about some stuff and then he just kind of left her because he realized
Battleship, and he just said, yeah,
he's like, hold on. He goes back to talk to Yuri. At his apartment, he opens up the door and he sees this shrine that picture of his son. And then that's when I was like, holy shit. I was like, come on, wow.
Come on.
That was good. The setup for that was amazing because earlier on in the episode, we get like this completely because I was like, what the hell is going on? This
I
completely
thought Winter
random
Soldier
scene.
was on like a secret
Yeah,
mission
I was
about to
like,
get
how the hell
niggas
did he
work.
get? How did he get brainwashed again? What happened? But it was and it was the way that they did it was he made it to believe like it was a nightmare that like he was just like, oh, what if I became the Winter Soldier and I did this stuff? Um, so basically it's like I forget where he was, someplace in Russia or something, and like he's killing all these people. He sees that there's this random student civilian who's sees that he killed all these people. He's like, don't shoot, don't shoot. And then before he, shoots him, he wakes up. But then we find out that that wasn't a nightmare. That
It
was
happened.
his past,
Yeah.
and he is responsible for killing Yuri's son. And I was like, holy shit, that was good. That was a great part of the episode. This is stuff that I want to see as far as like the Winter Soldier character because he was brainwashed. He did a lot of messed up stuff in the past, and that has repercussions. So to see that in fruition, and being developed, especially around people that he seems to care about, good stuff. Um, and the we also get another part of this what I forgot to mention is they're not really going into like who the main villain is. They're kind of more so characterizing. They're kind of setting up the Winter Soldier and Falcon character, which I like, and the villains are kind of taking a background for now. But essentially, the dude who got left, Torres, whatever his name is, he's like kind of he goes to one of the sites of where they're doing one of their activities. They basically break into some bank and like he has like the mask on and there he's kind of pretending to be them. He sees that they're about to escape. For some reason, I don't know why he just didn't, record the video, get a picture of dude and just bounce. But for some reason he wanted to play fucking hero.
That
Takes his
nigga
mask
got
off
bodied.
and he goes like, "Oh, freeze! I don't know, blah blah blah." And then the freaking big old dude starts beats his ass,
He lifted that nigga up, bro.
puts him on the ground and stomps on him and like knocks him unconscious. But he was able to get a video recording of the issue and he brings that up to Falcon like, there's something going on here. These people, I don't know what these people are doing. So that's kind of like giving us little bits and pieces of who the main villain is going to be as far as that is concerned. And then the episode ends off where after that his sister comes into the room and she's like, turn on the news, you got to see this. And the U.S. government is going like, hey, we need a symbol, need a hero, introducing a brand new Captain America. Now, I don't know, is this a comic book character? Or is it just some random dude?
Think so. I think it was a random dude. I think it
think
was a
that's
random dude.
a comic character.
I gotta look into that
But
art.
you know how Marvel is. They will put somebody in there that's a comic book character, but never use them ever a fucking
Yeah.
movie.
So basically, just some random white dude walks out with Captain America's shield. He
has the suit on, it
like,
barely fit.
He has the suit, the shield, everything, and like Falcon is like he's just staring at the screen like what the fuck, like he's just like yo.
Hey, yo, check it out, motherfucker. I'm Tupac.
Not Captain America. So and then like the fake Captain America looks down on the screen. He does a little camera.
That nigga look MAGA as hell.
Yeah, so
like that's Captain MAGA, G.
I'm assuming I'm gonna put my watered down theory because I learned from WandaVision from y'all. My watered down theory is he's just a symbol. He's a figurehead basically.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have super soldier serum. He's just some random nigga they put into a costume just so they could appease the public. That's what I think it is.
Yeah, I agree. Like that dude, like the suit didn't fit. That's all. The suit didn't fit. It was like they took it off. Like Cap just dropped it off to him and it said, "Hey, skinny white man, throw this on." And it was very American. Like that's a American ass thing to do. All right, let's get a new Captain America. Like nigga, that's not solving the problem. You didn't listen to the black man.
Well, they don't care about his opinion, so it's black.
Exactly. Like you didn't listen to the black man when he said we need new heroes, new symbols. And they
And
said,
he's like, nah, fuck that. We need a new Captain America.
yeah, we just need a new Captain America. Matter of fact, just somebody put him in a suit. Like he can't, he's not qualified, but just throw him in a suit. So
Yeah,
I don't. That dude's gonna get in a situation and end up body G. And I hope he gets
And I
vaporized.
think that's when Falcon is going to. I don't know if it's gonna be Falcon or Winter Soldier at this point. But I feel like at that point, I think it's leaning towards Falcon that he's gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna take the mantle. I'm Captain America.
Yeah, that's
Which
what
would
it
be a pretty
should
dope moment.
lead to. We'll see. But it's only 6 episodes. I didn't know it's only going to be 6 episodes.
Yeah, it's a mini series.
So I'm cool with it because quality is going to be good, and if this really set a good tone. Like I really like the tone it set. Built up the characters, and I just like that the focus is on we down bad. Thanos really fucked us over, and we're trying to recover, and we got other shit we got to do.
Yeah,
I really
we're
like
heroes,
that, so.
and we're also humans. That's what the show is doing.
Yeah, so good job.
And another thing I would like to point out too about that show that I liked was the dialogue between him and Warhammer, Rhodey.
Oh yeah.
He was basically when he was he was asking him, hey, like he's like, why didn't you take up the mantle? Like he was asking. He just said he doesn't. Don't you just find it ironically hilarious that the 2 black sidekicks of the 2 most important people are the ones that are going to take the mantle back of the,
like,
the 2 main heroes?
Like, bro, like Rhodey said, like, yeah, I guess I got to be Iron Man. I don't know. And then
like
Falcon,
the 2 black sidekicks are the ones that got to take up the mantle now. I just found that a good, but the dialogue I still like the fact he's like, listen, like he gave it to you, man. You gotta do this. I'm looking forward to see what happens.
Yeah. So really good good start so far. Disney strong start. Let's go ahead and talk about.
Oh, also, since we're picking up Disney Plus news, I got an email that they are raising the subscription up for $1 now. So instead of $6.99, it's now $7.99. Now, Disney Plus, I see what you're doing, and your shit stank, bro. Like that stank. How are you going? So I see what you're doing because now it's like, that before it's like, we really only got like Mandalorian. But now it's like, no, we got WandaVision. We got Mandalorian, 2 seasons of Mandalorian. We got Falcon and Winter Soldier. We got Loki coming out in June. We got content. So now we got content. We finna start upraising that cost, charging y'all more money. And it's like, nigga, you just now starting to get content. Now you got the audacity to go like, content that we should have given y'all during the first year, or at least towards the end year of Disney Plus's original release. Oh, now that we're giving it to you, you guys got to give us $1 more. Not to mention the fact that you're charging premium prices, like for that what's it, that Raja and the Last Dragon. I think Mulan is free now, but like before it was Mulan, you're charging, I think it's $25, no, $30.
Yep.
On top of the subscription price. You are out of your mind. Out of your mind. Stop it. It's like you're Ubisoft. You take 2 steps forward and 1,000 steps back. Niggas try to go like, oh, you should get Disney Plus, bro. I'll be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, should you get Disney Plus? It's like, I mean, like, yes, it got some good shows, but your business practices are scummy, bro. Y'all starting to become the EA of subscription services. And EA has its own subscription service.
Shout out to EA finally adding EA Play to PC.
Dummy ass shit, bro. I just had to end it off on that because I got the email and I was like, why? What? For what reason? Because I'm only still watching one thing on Disney Plus now. First it was Mandalorian, then it was WandaVision, and now it's Falcon and Winter Soldier. But you want to charge me another $1 for that?
Hey man, they wildin', but
the reason they doing it, Because Netflix did that dumb shit too, and Amazon Prime did that shit fast as fuck. Yeah. Netflix didn't cost that much. Didn't cost as much at first. I don't know how much it cost because I got T-Mobile, so that shit free. But I think it probably costs like $12 now. Like Netflix probably cost
they did it because they can get away with it. Their competition did it, so now they're doing it.
Netflix did that shit. Amazon did that shit slick. Amazon was like $9.99. Next thing you know, that bitch was $12 something. I just found that shit out.
On Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Yeah, now
it's subtle.
Now they $12.99, and now then eventually they go bump that shit up to fucking $14.99.
I need them to go back to let me pay for that bitch a whole year. So that shit just won't get taken out of my account. We pay for that bitch the whole year.
What I hate when I look at my bank account and I'll be like, bro, wasn't this at like a higher number? And I look and I go like, bro, you fucking
goofy as hell.
Yes. Well, yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, that's what. Hey, look, man. Capitalism. But let's go ahead and talk about the holy grail of all superhero movies. God's plan, the Bible of superhero movies. The Snyder Cut of Justice League.
But he turned to First Snyder's Chapter 1, Verse 1. In the beginning, there was a botched release of a film called Justice League. Our Lord and Savior Snyder was persecuted for the ideal of perfect justice. But through the outcries, the slander, and the numerous articles abound, the fandom rised up and demanded the Snyder Cut. And he rose again, removing the boulder of Hollywood criticism to give us Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, known as Snyder Cut.
The Snyder Cut.
The Snyder Cut.
Now, the heathens, sinners, known as Marvel fanboys, the temple has been torn in two. Y'all are now falling because Avengers, the MCU as a whole, done. The perfect movie. I have nothing bad to say about it. Like ass nigga, boy, when we on this movie.
Fuck up out of here, man. Shit. Like, gee, y'all know what podcast you fucking listen to, nigga?
Oh God,
shit.
bro. You know who I am? I'm an asshole. I'm gonna tear this movie apart. Y'all niggas gave this shit. What y'all say? Y'all said this is a good movie. Y'all shouldn't complain about it. Nigga, I paid $15 for this shit. Damn well, you better be damn certain. I'm gonna beat the fuck out this shit. So how we want to do this? Because I don't want to do a scene by scene, bro.
Yeah, because it's going to take ages.
Too long for that.
It's going to take ages. So let's just open up our impressions, and then we go from the shit. That's honestly okay. Our impressions, and then from there we'll figure out from there.
We do things we liked about the movie, and then things we didn't like.
There we
ended off on a negative because that's what we do here.
Exactly. So
that's what y'all do here. I'm positive, Johnny. Ain't got part of my body. I'm Gucci.
We toxic, bro. Toxic masculinity, toxic opinions. We just fear toxicity.
I can't. I'll do my presence first. I ain't got that much shit to talk about. I relate this to a comment made on Twitter, and to the dude who said, because it was weird. Because this is one thing I don't get about. This is why I don't give a fuck about superhero movies. One, I don't like them things. Like I know, as I say, I didn't have a problem with this movie. It doesn't mean I like superhero movies. I actually think it's a very oversaturated fucking product that needs to take at least a 15 fucking year break. But because all this shit is the same.
That's gonna be
all this shit is the fucking same. There's no difference. There's no different take. Hopefully, fucking Doctor Strange make a good horror fucking movie out of a superhero movie, but there's no different, right? It's the same shit. especially when it comes to a conglomerate group coming the fucking together. But one dude took it on Twitter and he was like, I wish I screenshot the tweet because I'm about to butcher what the fuck he said. It wasn't that long. He said, I watched Justice League, and of course, I could nitpick about all the bad things they did, but I enjoyed the movie. And he put a period. Because motherfuckers arguing over a movie that has like the Snyder fans and the people who hate the Snyder Cut arguing over a movie that nothing's going to come from this shit.
Yeah.
Like, the best thing that come from it is they will, hopefully hire all the people back. But like 9 out of 10, all these, like Ray Fisher has a sour taste in his mouth about WB. Dude said he don't want to play Superman no more because WB. Ben Affleck said, fuck you. Gal Gadot can't act. I'm sorry, she fine as fuck, but she can't act.
Hey, whoever tweeted Gal Gadot should focus on modeling, G. That's one of the funniest tweets I read.
They're talking about Palestine versus Israel.
Go back to Fast and Furious, G. They reviving Han, revive her character, and let her go back to that shit.
He can't really act. My main, like the shit I would say that I don't like about the fucking movie is all gonna be on the fucking Amazon side, bro. And the one, bro, I'm gonna get to that when I get to it. But like there's no like group, like I understand, like motherfuckers gonna flame shit. I don't give no fuck. That's people's opinions. But like arguing over this movie, saying certain shit and talking about certain fan bases, like nigga, HBO Max was like, these people really want a movie we don't give a fuck about. Let's put this shit out there, get people to buy our subscription.
Oh my god, they got $15, they got $16 out of me.
Not know we praising a la Snyder, even though the actors came out and said watch the Snyder cut. Like it wasn't. This is more of a thing I didn't like. The movie's 4 hours fucking long, so I don't believe I watched all that shit sitting down. I was at work watching this shit. Didn't watch all of it. So I'm not gonna say I liked the dialogue and I got so like, okay, let me say this. I got a lot of shit I didn't like about this movie, but I enjoyed the fucking movie. Like I sat there and I watched and I was like, this is nice. So when you hear me have my disagreement, I'm not about to really slander this shit because it's the same fucking movie with different shots. Right? So there was the gripe that you had with the first original one, you're gonna have this gripe. Just 4+ hours of the shit. But so the positives. I think my biggest love is death in this movie. And not main character death, just niggas dying. That's something I enjoy. And
like they showed them like actually just like slicing up niggas and shit like that.
With a fucking mega beam, and he like, fuck, shit, damn nigga, why you hit me? Motherfuckers die. Like the scene when I know we talk about Green Lanterns getting bitch. Fuck the Green Lanterns. You give a fuck. That's space police. Fuck the police. So when Green Lanterns got when that Green Lantern got smoked, I sat there. I was on the phone with a customer.
Man shot 2 freaking beams and then got sunned.
My nigga, the scene where I don't know, was it Cyborg who had the future? Like it was a flashback or something. But Darkseid looked Omega beamed the nigga. He was choking the nigga up.
It was he stabbed Arthur, and then it was like somebody behind him, and he did the Omega beam and freaking eradicated that dude. I was like, that was cool. I didn't like, even though I loved not the Amazon battle, but when everybody came together to fight Darkseid the first time. The flashback.
This is not like a huge, just like in a movie. Yeah. I didn't like Darkseid getting washed by fucking Zeus and Hercules or whoever the fuck they was.
But that's part of his backstory. That's part of his backstory, though, G.
I know, but I'm like, damn, nigga, that's fucking Zeus. I know Zeus is kind of like technically a new god or some shit like that. But damn,
beat that nigga ass. That's why that nigga said, yeah, man, I'm fucking everything up. He was like, yeah.
Carried that nigga out like Paul Pierce when he shit himself, G.
I wasn't expecting that at first, bro, because I was like, okay, this is what we talk about, like One Piece. We talk about like Prime Whitebeard. This is Prime Darkseid, bro. Folks gonna put in some. Oh shit, god damn.
He said, yo, these niggas on Earth different, nigga.
I like that. Yo, I love this. I love this part, and people don't like it, but I love it because in the comics, in both Marvel and DC, and I'm not really comparing this to Marvel when I say this, but there is a thin line between real strong characters, niggas, and Batman. Right? Batman is mostly powerful for his intellect. Not slandering them, but
I'm gonna talk about that later too.
Yo, Batman. Okay, look. I like the Batman part of this story because my nigga was in the cut the whole movie, bro.
But he was putting. He did. It's like one of those things where, like, yes, he was a weak ass nigga, but the tasks that he was assigned to do, he did them well.
Anybody else see that meme on Twitter when that nigga Poole was driving that car? He was like, "I'll pull up in the room," and it was like that Batman pulling in the battle. The shit was hot fire, right? I love the scene with. I'm gonna get back to when I say the scene I love and why I really analogy. But I love the scene in the sewer when they was fighting Steppenwolf and the animation of Batman coming down and just start washing. Like I was like
beating their ass, bro. I was like, let's go.
This movie is 4 hours long, but if it did shit like this, you got you a gym, my nigga. Like Batman fight scenes in movies, especially when he fight more than one fucking nigga, is so fucking cold, bro. Like that. I'm gonna miss Ben Affleck's Batman, bro. I am.
I say this, and I'll die on this hill. I think he's the best live action Batman.
Yeah.
I think he is.
Hey, like, okay, my nigga Christopher Nolan. Is it Chris Nolan?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale is known for being a good Batman with a great story around him, right? The stories of all three of his movies are good. But like him as a Batman, I don't give a fuck. He was just another white rich nigga, right? This nigga, he did his thing, bro. And it's gonna be sad that we probably never see him as Batman again. Hopefully, Twilight nigga can make a good younger Batman look cool. Hopefully, I'm optimistic. Who knows? Niggas saw Ben Affleck doing it, was like, what the fuck? But he did his thing. So, but I like that scene, right? But the Amazon, when Stephen was fighting the Amazon, this is what I mean. And this is what I wish kind of Marvel did more in their movie. It showed, like, without a certain superhero, these niggas ass. Without Wonder Woman, them Amazons got fucking worked, bro. Like, absolutely.
They kind of did that in Endgame with Captain Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
Because she came in and started smoking everybody, bro.
Like, what I mean by that is, like, you know, and it was throughout the whole show because of the Superman shit, too, right? But,
oh, my God.
Like, there is a stark difference between, like, the Cyborgs, the Aquamans, and even Wonder Woman and Superman. Superman watched
and Flash. We're talking about that and fucking Flash.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about that next. But listen, like when Stephen Wolf threw that horse, a la Attack on Titan style, I was like, bro, if you can, my whole synopsis, if you can concise this movie to this shit, bro, if you can pack it up like a fucking coal,
4 hours,
a diamond, bro. Just
put it and give it like this, bro.
Aquaman and go back into the water. Just get this shit. Ooh, bro. Like, it's so fucking good. When they woke up Superman, bro, and this nigga beat the dog shit out of Batman, was like, I know how this goes. I'ma wait. He was like, I know how all this.
That's another scene I want to talk about because that's very different than the original.
Yeah, because I noticed there was some differences with it.
That's what I'm gonna talk about when it comes to Batman's intelligence.
So the rawest part, though, yeah, he beat up Wonder Woman, he beat up Aquaman. But when he looked at Flash running, he was like, bro, I'm getting that ass.
I think they added some things to that too.
They added a couple little parts to
it. Because like in the original, I think like he ran up to him, he saw him, and then he like tripped. And like
he tripped.
He swung at him, and then he tripped, and that was it. But in this one, he was like, fuck that. Come in, nigga.
That's what I'm like, bro. This is why like they did it good in with Thor in Endgame when Thor came down with the fucking hammer and beat all of them niggas. But I wish they did it more with like somebody like fucking Hulk, Cause how they did fucking Superman in this fucking scene, they made this nigga look
How
like
they did him from that scene onward.
they made him be like, yo, it's a stark difference between me and these fucking heroes. Like I am legit a fucking god, okay? But let me so y'all can say the things that y'all like, and then we can get to the things we hate. That's gonna last longer. But I love Flash's character. I remember Ken, you saying that was the only highlights you had of the Joss Whedon joint was Flash.
Oh my god, yes, because he was the only thing that brought some comedy to the film.
Some life to it.
Flash character was much needed. The running is a little bit better. It's still I don't like this shit. But the finger point, I rocks with the fucking finger touch thing that he does, bro. He just touches some shit. And the fact that they hinted at the speed force of him reversing fucking time and saying,
Yes.
I can fucking do this.
I love that.
It's
That was
so
a
good.
good
The
thing.
initial scene when he stopped that bitch from getting hit with the glizzies, fire.
That was creepy as fuck too.
It was.
That scene was creepy.
Somebody
my man's
screenshot and say this is the funniest moment when it was her looking at the glizzy.
My man's like, cause like instead of just going like, all right, I'm gonna save you, you know what I'm saying? This man is like, oh, your hair is so I'm like,
He was looking at him
nigga,
like,
what the fuck is going on?
as hell.
He like, damn, I
Hey,
think
I
I
ain't
like
gonna
black
cap.
woman.
She is bad as hell though.
She was bad as hell.
She is bad as hell.
Yeah.
And that's like shit. Like, why would Josh Whedon cut that shit?
No, he didn't cut it. It was like I think Damon said it. It was just more so like they didn't finish the production because of like the stuff that was going on with Snyder's family.
Oh,
So I think they said it was some cut stuff, but a lot of stuff that they shot in was new shit in the Snyder cut. Like it's just stuff that he wanted in the movie that they said, hell no, you can't put that in there. We're cutting that. And then with the situation that happened with his family, they just said, nah, bro, bring Joss Whedon into it.
well, I know people was like, oh, Josh Whedon head deserves to be on a pike. Like, bro, I'm not gonna blame that nigga, bro. Like, I'm gonna blame, even though it was I heard like some racist shit with the race stuff, but bro,
Yeah.
it's WB all the fucking way, bro. WB all the way. But back to the shit I like other than WB. I think that was last. Was that Dark Side bitch and Steppenwolf? But Chris will talk more about the 50,000 planets. I think I liked it. The action scenes hit hard. And I think that was the best part of the movie was the action scenes, minus the fucking slow mo. But we'll talk about that later. Every character, I think Aquaman could have had a little bit more shine, but it's fucking Aquaman. But every character had their moments. Again, we'll talk about more about Batman. I'm not going to talk about Wonder Woman. And look, I'm not misogynistic whatsoever. Trail Side love women. My mom is a woman. She is my least favorite hero in all the fucking comic book movies now, bro. All of them. Least favorite out of all of them. And trust me, I hate 90% of the fucking Marvel niggas, bro. I just do. But she herself, I can't stand this.
It sucks because she's my
not
favorite
Gal
female
Gadot.
superhero.
Not Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot is fine, even though she can't act. But the way they portray Wonder Woman, and I'm not even talking about the fucking, her character, because Wonder Woman's strong as shit. So what because like when they fucking goddamn, who? Let me see. What is the best way I can describe how the fuck they body Steppenwolf at the end? What was a good 3-way moment, G?
The thing that Chris put up
the
Twitter.
LeBron alley-oop on Jason Terry.
Exactly. They put that, bro. If y'all niggas know the what's this nigga name? Who's Shiesty? The only thing that was playing in my head was Darkseid, get that shit back in blood, nigga. Get it back in blood, nigga.
If I could dub that song over it, I would try.
But no, all in all, like shout out for what I did like in that movie. Like I always go my cam bag when it comes to comic book movies with a rating. I was to give this a rating because of the fucking runtime, because of like some of the shit I don't like. I can't give it honestly a 10, 9, 8. And because I love DC, and I love how they did my nigga Kal-El, the motherfucking goat, until the fucking kryptonite touch his skin or somebody has some magic power. Until somebody go like this to this nigga. One of Maximoff fucking sneeze on him. How they did Kal-El. I'm gonna go with a low fucking 7. The lowest 7 you can ever go with.
A low tier 7.
The lowest.
Low tier 7.
But it's above average.
That's above average.
I'm saying, but it's like if we on some Kevin Samuels type stuff, you ain't 30, so you have.
That's fucked up because I was watching that nigga's videos all morning. G on some bored shit.
I watched some of his videos too, bro.
You talk too much. You talk too much shit about black women, bro. I'm on my Prince. I'm on my Ifan Tunde when it comes to the black women, bro. I can't.
Black women are beautiful, but let me refocus.
But they gotta be natural. All right, I'm done though.
All right, but I'll go. So stuff I liked. I liked the actual focus on Cyborg. It really actually fleshed the story out more. It fleshed everything out more. That's all of us sit there and say in regards to that. Everything about it fleshed out more. I see why Ray Fisher was pissed. What happened?
No, just keep this Nature's face is just like
But yeah, like I see why Ray Fisher was pissed off, and he's like, yeah, Josh Whedon and WB niggas, I'm on y'all ass. Fuck y'all.
He's like, no, I'm good on that.
Like,
shit.
so I understand. So like that I would be legit mad as hell too. Like nigga, I got a lot of runtime on camera. I was a core part of the story, and you made me nothing more than I'm a nigga with a mother box.
Booyah.
and booyah.
He said booyah. He said
booyah.
He didn't say it in this one. He said it in the original.
I know. So see, took that shit out. So yeah. So I get his anger, but like I really like how his character was handled, and just like how he literally was the central figure of, yo, this is what's going on, and I'm gonna help you niggas through this because without me, y'all niggas would be lost. Dead ass. So I like how his role was superly enhanced. Same with Flash. Actually, I like this version of Flash was even better because even though on the original Joss Whedon version, Flash was like the comic relief. Now on top of it, he's the comic relief, but he's also shows his intelligence too. He wasn't just goofy. It was more along the line.
Not only that, but they showed his inexperience as a hero because he's new to this shit.
He choked.
So they showed a lot of moments where he was kind of like, do we have a plan? Like, what's going on? And like, those are moments I liked about Flash.
Exactly. Like he choked even at the end when Cyborg was like, nigga, I need you to hurry the fuck up, and boom. Boom. And then but just so we can see the what you'll call it, the hell the thing called again? I don't know, I slipped my mind.
No, that wasn't Flashpoint.
It was dang near one. The closest thing to one. So it just teased that he can do it or he can do it. But yeah, so I enjoyed that. There was something else that happened, and I found it. That art, like on the original, when folks pulled up on the Amazons the first time, like on the original, I enjoyed. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie because them hoes got dragged. Seeing it, the extended version, even better. Steppenwolf pulled up to the scene.
Let's go.
He pulled up to the scene and said, toxic masculinity's about to run this bitch.
You belong in the kitchen. You belong in the kitchen.
He said, "You
my
hold."
Dishes,
he said, "Where's my sandwich?" He said, "You hoes supposed to be making a sandwich like the guy in Daytra's background said once upon a time."
Yeah, make me a sandwich.
Your role is supposed to be.
Instead of making shorts, y'all need to be kneading butter.
Exactly, like y'all out here using weapons and stuff. Man, get off of me. When they tried to crowd that nigga, He lifted a couple up by the hand and just said, "Get
Just toss.
get the hell up off me." So he could beat their horse's ass. It was just like my man was not playing with them, G. And then you had to remember that this nigga was a bitch. But before that, and it's funny because like I approved of like how badass they made Steppenwolf because also I like the redesign.
Yes. Oh my god, the redesign was needed.
At first, when I first saw it on I think it was Twitter, I saw it. I would say, "Yo, this shit's ass." But they actually seeing it actually on the on camera, it looks a lot better.
Way better than his original design.
Because I'm like, bro, this nigga look goofy and like a non-threat. But when he got the first mother box, he was like, and he went to the little chemical plant. He was like, toxic, good. It was like that was a bar. You know, like you know, this is gonna be part of my negatives. That was one of the few bars. This movie's missing bars. Thanos had bars, but that was one of the coldest bars because it's just like
he was trying to take revenge for he's trying to take revenge for Quavo for what Sweetie did.
Quavo, that's a bar in itself.
Bar though, Chris. Here's the 50,000 planet fucking bar. That's a bar.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting to that.
And when Steppenwolf was talking to Wonder Woman, he was like, "Yo, if you was with them Amazon,
they would have had a chance.
They wouldn't have got smoked."
He said they wouldn't have got smoked up. Some of your homies would have been packs. That was a bar. So like he had a few bars, but it wasn't like Thanos level. It was like few.
No, Thanos every time he was on the scene, he had a quota.
Exactly. Like my man's had a couple of bars though. So Steppenwolf had a few bars. Now, my favorite, and I kept talking about it on Twitter and on the group chat, the 50,000 planets.
Look, when he said that, I was like, damn.
Look. So I'm trying to remember how they first brought it up. Was it the Decide nigga? He brought it up.
Decide because he was basically going like, if I give you this world, I'll be redeemed, right? He was going for redemption.
Like, nigga, you have 50 more thousand, nigga. Also, that nigga kept calling Decide like, nigga, if you don't get off my dick, nigga. Decide was like, G, you ain't do shit. You keep calling us, G. Leave us alone. But
I have gotten one mother box. He's like,
you got two more.
Okay, nigga. Like, did you conquer the world yet? And he's like, I'm on the case. He's like,
nigga,
don't hit my line up, G.
Like, leave us alone.
The empty life equation.
Oh, we'll get to that. But back to the 50,000 planets, G. That's equal to look, man. Darkseid wanted whatever Steppenwolf did to make sure that Darkseid took that L. Because literally, that's two L's that we know of. When Darkseid first got on Earth, he held that L, he caught another L. Steppenwolf was like, nigga, you owe me 50,000 planets, G.
Oh God.
He signed that nigga to a freaking 360 record deal.
You get recognition though.
He said, "Look, bro, you gonna have to put in some work to get out this deal, my nigga. You gonna have to put in some work." And it just, I kept thinking about like, gee, he told that nigga 50,000 worlds, and one of the first planets he go to is Earth. That shout out to Darkseid, G. That nigga's evil as hell for that, G. That's evil. I respect it. That's a top 3 villain in any movie scene movement. Solely because like, hey, so you sent that nigga off. You want that nigga away. So shout out to the 50,000 planets.
The fact that the funny thing is, because I forgot who said it, but like, didn't they say that Steppenwolf is technically Darkseid's uncle or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Man's getting bitched by his nephew.
Your like, nephew said, hey, the fuck away from me, bro. It's like that crackhead uncle who just keeps literally fucking you over, G. He's like, G, I need this man away from me.
Let me borrow $20.
He's bad for business.
I know you got it. Let me borrow $20, man.
He came up to Amador. Let me borrow 3 planets till tomorrow.
He's like Darkseid, like, yo, I need to get this man off away. He was like paid in full. He's like, what's his name, Uncle G?
Oh, you talk about Makai Pfeiffer, uncle?
Yeah, Makai Pfeiffer.
Oh, nah, bro. That nigga still a fucking scumbag.
That dude's a piece of shit. But yeah, so shout out to the few Darkseid moments we did have. The end battle scene was amazing. Like, I'm glad that it was so much freaking better. Like, whatever that shit that was on the original should be a sin. A sin.
Visually, even though I had to watch it on this weird ass thing that he put up,
4-3.
but visually,
4-3
like when that nigga was riding in the Batmobile, it's like you can feel this shit. It's like you felt the fucking Batmobile to me, bro. It was nice as fuck, bro. That final battle was heat too, but yeah, bro, like I'll say it later what I'm about to say. Never mind, continue, Chris.
But that final battle was really heat. I like how they finished that nigga off while Darkseid and Decide just sitting there on the boom tube like, hey, put this shit on TV. Hey, we want to see this nigga take this L on live, nigga.
And then they stared at
hold on.
Like,
he said, hey,
like,
take him.
Yeah.
He said, take him back. And then Wonder Woman was like, hold on, he's still alive though. Go ahead and take him back.
Tell me why some Wonder Woman fan got mad as hell that she killed that Wonder Woman out of all people killed Steppenwolf. She was like, if anybody know Diana, she don't kill people.
If it's one thing about Diana, she about to smoke.
She's an Amazon. Hello?
She loves fighting niggas, bro. I'm sorry that you know you can't fathom why Diana is on that ass, but she on that ass, man.
Because women don't kill, bitch.
Like, we all know Diana wouldn't be able to. She don't like the blast and the glory of killing.
She didn't.
Amazon.
She said the nigga killed a whole bunch of her people, and she thought that he killed her mom.
If she didn't killing, she could have just let that nigga body pass like this. No, she got all out her fucking way.
She was like, hold on, G.
She was like, no, man, he ain't just going back over there for fun. Like, no. Like, she was like, Darkseid ain't getting this kill. Because if he went over there live, Darkseid would have literally bodied that nigga.
I'm gonna kill your servant for you, bro.
I got this. But
that nigga Steppenwolf said thank you. I ain't gotta deal with this.
Also, my final thing,
he was like,
and my final thing, Jay, when Superman popped up, G, when he popped up to the fight, he was like, "Yo, this y'all struggling with this nigga?"
I'm not impressed.
He said, "Not impressed."
He said,
blew that nigga.
Impressed.
Yeah, that nigga, he blew that nigga a kiss.
Did Steppenwolf land a punch on this nigga?
No. Once Superman arrived, it changed the whole tide, G.
This was literally Master Ultra Instinct Goku versus Jiren, bro. When Goku just was like, that beam you did, nope. Go ahead, swipe you to the right real quick. Go ahead, beat your ass up real quick.
Honestly, I wouldn't even say it was like that. That's more like Ultra Instinct Goku fighting freaking Master Roshi, G.
No. Ultra Instinct Goku fighting Kefla. That's basically
there we go. There we go. Yeah, just before that was disrespectful, G. What they did to Steppenwolf was like, that was an example of like, yeah. Because the thing is, they were probably going to win without Superman. It would just took long. Superman popping up was like,
no, they weren't going to, because he was about to freaking piece up Cyborg.
Yeah,
Cyborg gets pieced up.
That's true. That's true. But in terms of if it was just like a legit fight, they were going to win either way. But like Superman was just like, all right, man, easy mode is on.
Oh God, bro. Hey, Chris, the Kingdom Hearts, it was the Kingdom Hearts 2. Like whenever you lost, and like when Sora lost, and then it was like, hang on, Sora, then King Mickey popped up.
Oh yeah,
that's basically what happened. G, King Mickey popped up at the end. It was like,
exactly. It was just like doing light work. You said, like, thank you. But yeah, like overall, it was cool. Like it was a cool movie. Because I fell asleep in theater watching the first one. I mean, the original. So it was just like
I was too mad to fall asleep.
well, I wouldn't say I fell asleep. I almost fell asleep because I was just like, gee, nothing. And like, not to sit there and say like the plot was better, but it felt more fleshed out, and I was more engaged in the plot now because certain plot points I was missing or should have been there was engaging enough for me to keep my attention this time around. Last I was just like, oh, Flash popped up. Okay, we on Flash now. Oh, they in the jail about to save his pops. Oh, okay. I that's how I felt, literally. So shout out to a way more fleshed out plot. The action scenes were good, and like when we get to the negatives, I slander what needs to be slandered.
All right,
50,000
so
planets, G. 50,000 planets.
man, taking over for the 99 to the 2000.
Cash money record deal.
So first, I'll get some context to my history with Justice League. So this was back when I was back when I was in Michigan Tech. Fuck college. I'm not saying fuck Michigan Tech. I'm just saying fuck college in general. Fuck college. But they were actually doing a special screening of the Justice League. I think it was like 2 days before it came out on theater.
Yeah, I think he told us. I remember he told us.
And like I wanted to go like this. I remember the day because it was like snowing. But by the time I got to like the place, that line was full, and it was like, "Hey, bro, you're not finna make it." But I wasn't sweating over it because like I didn't really care about DC at that point, the DCEU at that point. So I was like, "Who cares?" So I think this was when I came back from break, and I wanted to see some movies. It was Justice League and Thor Ragnarok. Both of those movies that came out, and I didn't get a chance to see them. So my mom took me to the theater to go see it. We saw Justice League first, thank God, and then we saw Thor Ragnarok, which was really good. But yeah, my experience with the original Justice League, if I were to give the original Justice League a rating, it'd be a 4 out of 10. Originally, I gave it a 6 out of 10 when I first saw it, but then upon me doing a double take and
understanding what the fuck you just watched.
Yeah, this shit was like when I tell you like Batman versus Superman to me is like a 3 out of 10. This one was slightly better, but like Justice League was slightly better, but slightly. And I was like, bro, this movie is like there was really nothing to me that was outstandingly good about Justice League, the original one. So if you were to ask me, is the Snyder cut better than Justice League? It's like one of those things where like, no shit, yeah, of course it is. It had a very low bar. Like to me, Justice League is like bottom of the barrel comic book movie. So like, you did something. Obviously, you go get props for doing an easy accomplishment to me. So my impressions is that talk about the good. I'm gonna try to talk about the good stuff. Stop myself from going into the slander mode. I All right, hold on. I like that they reworked some of the scenes. I'll start with the last scene since we just talked about it. I like the fact that the last scene was focused on heroes in their final battle. In the original Justice League movie, we had this stupid ass family side plot where there was this dumbass family for some reason that was in the city while it was getting taken over by the mother boxes and shit like that. And they kept, for some reason, they kept cutting to this dumbass family like we give a shit about them. And like, oh, are they gonna make it out alive? Oh, are they gonna do? It's like, bro, no, nobody gives a shit about that, bro. We don't care about this stuff. And they focused heavily on that. Removed it from this movie. Good. Another thing is that they redirected the Superman. They redirected the Superman wank. And what I mean by that is that in the final scene, like Superman was doing everything. Like, because what they did is they made Flash like evacuate the citizens. So they showed like Flash, like speeding and like trying to like save people, and then they would show Superman fucking carrying a building and going like, looking at Flash like, yeah, you a fucking loser, dude, and like walk off, or him going faster than Flash and shit like that. Like they they wanked Superman too hard in the original Justice League. It didn't feel like Justice League. It felt like Superman featuring them other niggas. That's what the original one felt like. This movie actually gave more of an impact to the rest of the heroes aside from Superman. Of course, Superman came in and did his thug dizzle, but it didn't shy away from everybody else's roles, which is what I like. Superman came as the I'm the impunchable punching bag. You may think you about to do something to me, but I'm gonna beat your ass. Cyborg was focused on doing the mother boxes and everything else. Because I think in the original, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong. I think in the original, Superman was just came in and was like,
Yep.
just take these. Like Superman did everything in the original, and I hated that because like I meme hate on Superman. It's kind of like Chopper, but I do think he's a good hero. But it's just that like, bro, if you make Superman do everything, then there is no point. You might as well have just made this Superman 3 and just had cameos from other heroes. But I did like that. Steppenwolf's redesign I liked, and his motivation I liked. In the
That's
original,
what I forgot to mention. He actually had motivation.
Yeah, in his original, his motivation was stupid as fuck. It was, oh, my mother is calling to me, the mother box. My mother's calling to me, some dumbass shit like that. But in this movie, I like the fact that they gave him ties to Darkseid. He's more of a like he's desperate for a redemption. He wants to be seen in a good light by Darkseid, which gives his motivation and his desperation that much more of an impact to the story. The fact that he was putting in work against everybody else before he came to the Justice League was good to kind of build up his rapport as a villain. I like that. Like everybody else said, I love the war scenes. We talked about the slow mo. I like the war scenes when they were good. And I liked what they did with. I 50-50, right? I'm trying to stay positive. I halfway liked what they did with Cyborg's character. I halfway liked what they did to Flash's character. I halfway liked what they did to Aquaman's character. I halfway liked what they did to Batman's character. Wonder Woman was there. That's pretty.
You know what? Hey, I'm gonna say that for the negative. I'm gonna say that for my negative.
Wonder Woman was there.
You know when she was there too. You know.
That was pretty cool.
You know when she was
there. And I like what they did with Superman's character, but again, like what Detrail said, it's like false promises. You're leading up to nothing. But I do like the fact that he wasn't necessarily the end all be all. I like that they did give precedence to Flash during that last scene as a okay, you fucked up, and then Flash was like, oh my god, I fucked up, but like he was able to like utilize his powers and go like, okay, I gotta go faster than speed. I gotta go like fucking breaking time and shit in order to. And then the way they shot the scene of like the world coming back together as he was running and taking each step, I like that a lot. His introduction, like with the talking to the black, shout out to Black Girl Magic. I like that. His interactions with his father was good. Same thing with Cyborg. I liked his interactions with his father. I found myself. I said his father, and I got mad. Talk about that in the negative. And Batman, I like that Batman was more personalized. Like he definitely wasn't broody as fuck. Like he had a lot of like nice little chemistry with Alfred, with Wonder Woman, and all those other things. Like he kind of, there was moments which he seemed like a leader. Like I said, I halfway liked, but stuff they messed. But aside from that, the scores. Halfway like the score. Like, damn, it's a lot of halves in this fucking movie. I halfway like the score because sometimes that stuff was not needed. We'll talk about that later.
We'll
But a lot of
definitely
the
talk.
times,
I have
like
something to say about that.
some of the Wonder Woman things were pretty cool. Like the little
You gonna disagree there?
the first time I heard that, that was really good. But moving on, uh, I like Darkseid being brought in. Um, I would say I liked the final scene. Like, okay, I like the conversation that Batman had with Joker.
Yeah, that was
Completely. This was fan service though. It was completely unnecessary and out of left field. Oh,
it was
shit.
fan
We're talking about
servicey as
positives.
hell.
We're talking about
'cause
positives. We're talking about positives. I like the dialogue. I like the dialogue. And I like this. I like the thought of the setup, right? The concept of the setup, right? I know it's not going to happen, but I just like the concept. So all in all, my impressions were halfway. You did a lot of things really decent. But let's move on to the negatives because I have a lot to say.
Also, before we get to the negatives, when Cam said decent, that's a non-Chicago decent. It's difference between that's a non-Chicago decent. He just said. I'm letting you guys know. All right, let's get all the way negative.
Okay, negatives because I gotta watch this fight. You know, I have to. There's another fight going on. Folks just slipped and busted shit. Now he on the ground. You hate to see it. Probably ain't gotta watch this fight no more. Now, negatives. Bring back this Kim. So I like to say this. Now, just like Josh Whedon and WB cut some shit, they needed to cut some shit. A lot of the runtime needed to cut it.
Like, I think some of that runtime will go down drastically if you take out the slow-mo.
All right, look, I can understand the slow-mo. That's how they want to portray their action, right? I hate the shit. That's how they want to portray their action. They could have got rid of the Lex Luthor scene looking at Deadshot, bro. I ain't even gonna cap. I would have gave them a point if they got rid of that shit. That scene serves no purpose.
But it was in the original.
Not even a fact. Not even a fact. If, say for instance, if DC was moving forward with, you know, this cinematic universe, it still serves no purpose. For one reason and one reason only. You just showed the big bad if there was going to be a next Justice League movie.
You just showed the dark side.
Gives a fuck about small head, skinny Lex Luthor.
The Injustice League, yeah.
So, fuck them niggas, right? To me, it still serves no purpose, right? I didn't care for that scene. Like, I would say that was one of my least favorite scenes, even though I know that was an original. Second, the last scene Kim just talked about. I don't like Jared Leto's Joker. I'm gonna say it. So I don't like that scene because I just don't like his Joker. I also hate that whenever, and that don't even just happens in this, it happens in some of the cartoons, it happens in the video games, and I just need it to fucking stop because there's way more powerful niggas that they can use to say, oh shit, stuff's going bad. Superman getting fucking mind controlled.
Superman's evil. I told you, bro. They have a hard on for Superman being evil, dog. They have a hard on.
Fucking ass. I want to say this, and like without going full cosmic, like comic book week, there are so many more stronger niggas than Superman. There is a lot more strong. I understand in the casual mindset, people think Superman is the end all be all. He's just like me. This is my favorite character, just like Goku. He comes, he ends. He's like Vegeta's, what is it, level 7, level 4? When they hit you, your match is fucking over. I mean, Gogeta's. It's over. Guess the fuck what? Just like there's way more stronger people than Dragon Ball and Goku. Same thing when it comes to DC and Superman. So, I just dislike that shit. Like, how are we gonna beat him? I'm thinking Darkseid about to come up. No, it's fucking evil ass Superman with the blue suit. They showed it
in the flashback. I'm just like, what?
Why the fuck you give him a blue suit? But like
his Lois died. His pussy died.
pussy count go dry.
I guess it turned the meme, but that hinders me. So, and these are minor nitpicks, right? I'm not a nitpicky nigga, but the negatives like spoke loud and fucking volumes in this fucking movie. Like I said, the runtime is fucking atrocious. It's just like I said, it took me 8 hours to watch the movies because yeah, I had to pause because I had to deal with customers, but like I'm sitting there looking at some of this shit, and I'm like I said, I can excuse the slow mos. Was it excessive and annoying? Yes, but I can excuse it. But the bitches singing to the lake.
Oh my
unneeded.
god.
It's like I understand that shit was like in the Aquaman movie, and you want to make this nigga seem like a demigod as well.
I don't remember that in the Aquaman movie.
I'm just saying in general, like if it was, I can understand. You want to make this man seem like a god, like a king. I understand that. I don't give a fuck in this Justice League movie, yo. I skipped it. I saw those stars.
I was staring at my TV screen like,
I skipped.
What the fuck? Are y'all still
I would let y'all know the parts that I skipped. That's one of them. I skipped it. Anytime other than when Steppenwolf fought them Amazons and them Amazons was on screen, I skipped it. That is the most boring shit in any comic book movie is them Amazons, bro. I can't watch that shit. It is horrible. Speaking of Amazons, fuck Wonder Woman and everything around her. Not in this movie, particularly her character. But anytime this woman came on screen, they played that fucking
Bro, hey, whoever's idea that was needs to get shot. I'm just keeping that right now.
Fucking wail from whoever sung that shit. I was like, bro.
I'm like,
and like for me, I like having subtitles up for what. It's just my way I watch TV, no matter what it is. When I kept seeing it said ancestral tune, I was like, gee, who asked for that?
It was every time that bitch did something, bro. Every
Not
time.
Even when she appeared on screen, it was like a cue. It was a cue when she pops up on screen, G. That music played.
It was so bad, bro. Like the first time when she was in a bank, yes, cool. Even the time she cut off Steppenwolf's head, let's get it. She will literally be back, throw a punch. And I'm like, come on, bro. I don't give a fuck about this shit, man. Like that was annoying as fuck. I will say this now. I still fucking hate Cyborg skin, bro. I hate that shit.
Oh, I don't like his design at all.
Yeah, it's overly CGI. My problem is just it's overly CGI to me.
And just like I think practical effect can work really, really well. They do it with Iron Man's fucking suit. You can do it with Cyborg.
Yeah.
Like I don't see why he had to be CG because whenever he had that fucking hoodie on, it did not look right. It did not look right whenever he had that hoodie on. So I'm like, this is dumb. I have a lot of negatives. That's why I say, like, don't please people. When I say I like this movie, don't think I'm capping because I love DC movies. Like I have just a lot of negatives.
If it stink, it stink.
Yeah, exactly. It's what else? I don't want to start saying shit when y'all say negatives. I want to kind of be quiet to let y'all have y'all think.
I guess, well, maybe we could just bounce back and forth. Like we each just say one negative.
Yeah, like honestly, a lot of stuff Detra already said. I co-sign.
Yeah, y'all bring us some things, and I'll probably remember.
I'll say one of my biggest negatives is Batman's intelligence. Fuck y'all for forgetting that this nigga is the world's greatest fucking detective. Now I'm not like a super Batman stan, right? Like I'm kind of basic when a little bit basic when it comes to DC, right? Like if you wanna like I like the only off-brand thing is that like my favorite hero is Spectre, which a lot of people don't know who that is, but I just read a comic book once and I was like, yo, I fuck with this nigga. He's my favorite. But like if you were to tell me like what's my top 3, it would be like Flash, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Like I don't really have like any like I'm a basic DC fan. But one of the things that I like about Batman's character is that he's smart. Now, this is one of the things that I hate that they cut off of. And reason why I didn't say anything about it being a positive was the original scene, right? When Superman comes back and he beats their ass. I fucking hate that they changed it. So this is one of the things that I loved about in the original. In the original Justice League, what happened is that when they were discussing bringing back Superman, Batman was like, we need a contingency plan just in case things get out of hand. And so what happened is in the original, when Superman came back and he started like beating niggas ass, what ended up happening is that he didn't shoot his laser beams at Batman. He picked Batman up and started choking him out in the original one. He was like, you like, because like his memories were fucked up, and he was saying like, you're the reason why I died or something like that. And then as he was choking up Batman, Lois came out the car, and that's when she was like, out of a police car, and she was like, hey Clark, it's me. And it's funny, he fucking tossed Batman aside, but he went to Lois. But it showcased Batman's brilliance. It showcased his intelligence, that he knew that okay, if we do bring back Superman, who knows what his mental state is gonna be like. So let's bring out the best possible chance we have at a mental recovery, aka Lois. In this movie, this bitch just came out. Oh, I just happened to be in the neighborhood.
I was around the corner.
Hey, Clark. Hey, Clark. I'm here. I hated that. I hate it because it was like that. Come on, bro. Like that's Batman.
Hey, Cam, I'm gonna keep it buck, bro, because I didn't see the original movie. Dog, I was supposed to be pissed off because I thought this nigga was gonna say, remember Martha? Hold on, remember Martha?
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna say this. I was like, please, because I saw Batman walking up. I'm like, Lord, please don't have him say that shit.
Because in the original, like once he did that headbutt to Wonder Woman, he freaking flew up to Batman. He picked him up and he started choking him out. And I was like, oh shit. And that's when Lois came out the police car and she was like, it's me, Clark. And that's when like he goes like, yeah, Lois was my contingency plan. So I was like, okay, that's freaking awesome. But in this movie, it's like
it was like it was a warning, but it was like fuck the warning.
Like it was like a lot of situations that Batman could have showcased. I'm the world's greatest detective. I'm a smart ass nigga. A lot of that stuff got swept under the rug in order to kind of make him more humorous, which I wouldn't even say humorous. I mean, Batman could be funny, but like it was.
It's not like he took a back seat.
Yeah,
like he took a back seat.
Like to me, he didn't feel like I said it was as a positive, but like my bigger negative is that he did not feel like a leader in this movie.
And then like the thing about this, I absolutely like I talk shit about Batman a lot, right? Just because a lot of people are more Batman fans than they are fans of other people. Love to talk shit like stuff like that. But Batman is one of my favorite superheroes too, and the main reason why, the nigga cool as shit, bro. Like everything Batman, he makes detective work look fucking cool. Like that's cool as shit. He's intelligent. He make being like intelligent contingency plan shit. Oh, I knew you was gonna do this, so I did that. And he make that shit look cool and not fucking weird. So when I see Ben Affleck's Batman, it's like he was in the cut most of the time. And I'm like, oh, put some oomph in that. But speaking of in the cut most of the time, people went crazy for this shit. I was like, this is some bullshit. Even though I was like, because it made even more bullshit after we know ain't nothing happening afterward. John fucking Jones, okay? John Jones, Martian Manhunter. Where the fuck were you when this whole thing
This was like the most desperate attempt to like, okay, if we're pushing for a sequel, if we're pushing for a new character in our DC universe, it's gonna be Martian Manhunter. And they were just like, where do we squeeze him in? I was like the conversation that he had with Lois, like with the conversation that Martha and Lois had, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. But then he walks out and he goes like, oh, I was Martian Manhunter and you're very important, Lois. Like almost like he, and this is one of my Next big negative. Okay. DC fans, bear with me for a while because I'm about to talk about the memoir. Can we stop doing this prophecy bullshit, please?
Oh, you talk
Please.
about the parody when you talk about when Batman is in Desertland?
When Batman has the vision, when Cyborg has the vision, like this is like I don't want to be that toxic asshole that goes like, oh, but Marvel did this already, bro. We saw this with Age of Ultron when when Iron Man had that vision of all the heroes dead and shit because of Thanos. Like we had that thing. Like you don't have to. And then like bringing Superman into the mix, it's like you could have just brought him back and let it in there. Like we didn't need this. If you bring him back, Darkseid is gonna kill Lois Lane, and then Superman's gonna go evil. And it's like you just had, but then you took the time, right? Because in the original Justice League, you sped through, like they sped through Superman coming back. They were like, he's back. He chills out with Lois in the cornfield, and then that's when he goes out to help them. But they took this time to like have Superman do this slow-mo walk through his spaceship. You have his dad from Krypton and his dad from Earth. Fuck his dad from Earth, by the way. Stupid ass nigga. Fuck Man of Steel, bro. I'm sorry. I had to say,
Tornado Man.
Folks
went toe to toe with a tornado and thought he was about to win. Bro.
This nigga is talking about how you can like that's what I was saying, like you can shape your destiny shit, but you just told this nigga as a kid you should hide your identity. Maybe you should have left those kids on the bus to die. Don't save me, Clark. I don't want people to find out who you are by rescuing me from a tornado, dumbass nigga. But anyway, you have this big ass speech in this spaceship about like, you're our son, you're gonna do great things, you're gonna be the people's hope, you're gonna do awesome things, and then his pussy dies and he goes like, fuck it, I'm a killer. What's the point of establishing that if it's all for nothing? Why waste my time? Speaking of, fuck the format, the 4-3 format. I don't know. Listen, I understand artistic integrity. That's cool. As a customer, as somebody who's viewing this, as somebody who's paid $15 for HBO Max, I know it might sound heartless when I say that, but I don't give a fuck. I don't care about your artistic vision. I don't give two shit. My viewing experience, I want that shit to be optimal so I can enjoy what I'm seeing to the fullest degree of what I have available. I don't want that stuff limited to me to where it's like I'm looking at this shit on my phone, bro. It was so jarring at times. I'm like, man, this would have been awesome if it was on a wider screen. The slow-mo, like Daytrail said. Oh my god. It wasn't even just the action scenes. It was a lot of scenes in which people are walking. Aquaman had 2 unnecessary scenes. Bitches singing and him walking to the fucking pier. Why did we need that? Who thought that was a good idea? Snyder, what was your vision? Were you trying to display Aquaman being a kingly figure? If that was the case, why didn't you show any of that shit in this movie? Because this nigga did not want shit to do with Atlantis. Every time, I fucking hate Atlantis. I don't want shit to do with them. Fuck my mom. She left me as a kid. You should come back and serve it. Like, every time he denied his right to kinghood, but yet you wanted to take time to display him as a king. Were you setting up the Aquaman movie that we already saw? If that's the case, thanks, but no thanks. I don't need that shit. I'm gonna let you cook, Chris. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna let you cook though. You take it.
Like you already said a lot of the negatives I was going to share. Like my thing is like there was points I did forget Aquaman was there. Like probably because I forgot.
But like him, some of the scenes in which you knew Aquaman was there, other than the scene Cam just talked about, let's blank that out. Let's put that in the Adventure Time fan vault. Like blank that real quick. The scene where he looked at Flash, he was like, "Bitch, this is your fault." Like that, the scenes like that, or when he was riding the fucking wave, riding the parademons off Batman fucking boat because he can't fly. I mean, off his fucking car because he can't fly. Like the scenes that he was doing in that made him seem like the pseudo comic character if he won Flash was fucking good.
Yeah,
but I do agree.
It was just a lot of times just like
he wasn't there.
It was, and then you got to factor in this. It's Jason Momoa. It's to get the hose wet.
No cap.
The amount of times this man took off his shirt, that was.
It's called get the hose wet.
I think the first 2 times I was like, this nigga taking his shirt off a lot. I don't understand.
It's like, G. Get the hose wet. We understand. It's Jason Momoa, G. Ain't no hate, but yeah, like Aquaman was just whatever throughout the movie. It was kind of just. It was more like it made me. It kind of made me realize that wasn't really Aquaman. It was Jason Momoa holding the trident.
It was Jason Momoa playing Aquaman.
Exactly. There we go.
In the water.
But y'all really hit a lot of the negatives. Like I really don't have much else to really add.
I can't think of some of the shit I was thinking of.
I got another one.
I had a lot.
Oh, trust me, I'm good. Wonder Woman. Okay. All right. Aside from the music, I just we're off the bad taste of my mouth that is 84. I really love Wonder Woman.
The first one.
Like her character, the comic book character. She's my favorite. Like if you were to like pressure me, like if you had a gun to my head and you was like, who's your favorite female comic book character? I would say Wonder Woman. I think like ever since I was a kid, when I watched the original Justice League animated series, I always thought she was a badass. I was like, yo, she can kick ass. When I saw that 2009 DC animated movie that kind of went to her origins, I was like, yo, she is raw as hell. Like I fuck with her. I hate that I hate the fact that it's like I hate what they did to her character, man. It's like the fact that they made her some brooding broad who cares about this nigga that she knew for a week. A week. He gave you dick once. Cyborg was like she's been alive for 5,000 years or some shit like that, and you still pressed over a nigga you knew for 7 days that you had sex with once. Get over him, bro. Like this is not Wonder Woman is not that. Wonder Woman is like, yo, I'm a fucking strong ass independent woman, and I can kick some ass. And the fact that you made her this, I hate what you did to her in the DCEU. I still love the original Wonder Woman movie, but I hate the fact that you delegated to her to this character type when that's not who she is. And also, stop nerfing her. Wonder Woman can be just as strong as Superman,
especially in terms of physical strength.
Like you haven't her getting pressed against Steppenwolf. She should be doing the same thing. He swings his axe at her. She should be punch him in the fucking face.
Yeah,
that's Wonder Woman.
Even said, if you was around, I would have lost.
So it's like it's moments where it's like they have respect for her, but it's also like in movie feats, it's like,
bro, they like the fact that they like, oh, she's about to use her little gauntlet things. Oh, like it's some big deal, bro. Like that's not Wonder Woman, bro. Like Wonder Woman is using all her arsenal to beat up on a nigga. She not go, oh shit, it's getting desperate now. Ding! Like, come on, G. Barely using her lasso, using this stupid ass like stingy sword, barely using a shield. Like, you made Wonder Woman why? I hated what they did to her. I did not like that. Cyborg, half of his backstory shit was useless, bro. I'm sorry. The scene when he went into that virtual bank and he was staring at this who gives a shit woman's backstory about she's about to get evicted, like, and they just played like okay. I was like, at first I was like, okay, you broke, we get it, but they kept playing through the scene like oh my god, like she's really broke, y'all. She really broke. And I'm like, bro, we don't need this. Give her the money and walk out.
Yeah, because
His
they are
de-
like, because the thing is, before that, they already teased, like when they showed his, like when they are like leading up to his mom getting hit by the car, uh, they already showed like he got his trouble in school because he helped
he likes to help
somebody.
people.
Like he's a helper, so it's like you didn't have to. Oh, remember, he's a good person. He's gonna hack this bank account. Like, Nick, no.
Like I like the fact that they went into, because like I said in the original movie they skipped over this, so they kind of showed him training with his new powers. That was pretty dope, but a lot of that stuff was unnecessary. Can someone please tell me what the fuck was the point of his dad dying?
Oh yeah, that was a negative of mine because like even on the original movie, he didn't have to go in there.
My bad. That's a fucking stupid ass. That's what I mean. That superhero movies got these dumbass tropes of niggas we don't give a fuck about dying, bro. And DC likes to up that shit by 1 fucking million because they killed Superman and Superman versus Batman, bro. So like,
I'm just like I had to pause the movie, G. I had to do a double take because like at first I was like, what is he doing? Like the whole time I was like, what is he doing? And then after he killed himself, I was like, he killed himself. Steppenwolf grabbed the cube and he disappeared. I'm like, what was the point of that? And then Cyborg goes like, oh, he heated it up so that now we can find out where the base is. Here's the problem, genius. Why didn't he put the cube in the box thing, walk out the door, close it, and then turn on the fucking switch? Why did he kill himself? That literally, like when we talk about immersion, right? Like immersing yourself into a movie and kind of getting into it. That took me out the movie for a good while because I'm just like, there was no point in you killing yourself at all. This nigga, sorry, son. Nigga, what? Goofy shit. I did not. It just a lot of unnecessary scenes. What was another unnecessary scene that I got mad at? Um, oh, when Flash revisited his dad again, I think.
Yeah.
Was that a scene?
Yeah, I was at the end. I was more at the end though. Like anything with the epilogue is like it. It was unnecessary.
Okay.
Fucking skip.
That's what I wanted to. Yeah, the epilogue. That the when he rewinded the tape or something like that. Come on, bro. Like that stuff could have been cut out. It's nice to have a resolution, but at the same point in time, when those resolutions are lackluster or kind of like who cares or like no shit, we think that happened, then there's no point in you putting that epilogue in there at all. Like, especially like the little message that Cyborg's dad tells him when it's like, yeah, you're my son, I like you and I'm proud of you. Okay, skip. Next. Who cares? That entire scene, like Detrail said, the Jesse Eisenberg stuff was unnecessary. I'm more so mad at the scene in which they're in the future, and it's like showing Amber Heard, who just got fired from Aquaman 2, Deathstroke, no, an older Flash, which I guess maybe because they did confirm there's gonna be a Flash movie, so maybe Cyborg. No, like it's like you showed this scene, right? And the biggest problem I have like that is because niggas are gonna be like, "Oh my god, I can't wait to see what's next," and it's like, bro, you reaching out to a cloud of dust, ain't nothing there. That shit is not happening because WB is incompetent. So you're not gonna get that thing. You may get it, but it won't be with that cast of characters. I can guarantee you that. It's not gonna be with that Superman. It's not gonna be with that Batman. It's not gonna be with that Joker. It's not gonna be with that Mira. It's not gonna be with that Cyborg. It's not gonna be with that Flash. It's not gonna be with that Deathstroke. So it's just, I just felt that it was completely like I was just looking at why, like again, I think a perfect synopsis of this is shout out to Nostalgia Critic. He wrote he did him and
he's still
Angry
around?
Joe. Yeah, he's still around.
Hey.
Bro, that YouTube money good, boy. You better quit playing with that
he's
shit.
doing-
Hey, like no, because I was watching him back before he was on YouTube, and he had his own website.
Oh yeah, that guy with the glasses. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he did it. But back then he did a review of the original, not the original Justice League, but with Batman versus Superman. And in there, he was like, "This isn't a competition about how much shit you can shove into one film," and that's to me is the problem with this movie. This isn't a competition of, "Hey Marvel, look what we can do with our superhero films." And I'm not saying they're trying to like, they kind of are, but like I'm not trying to say they're trying to directly compete with Marvel. But it's just like this isn't a as comic book me as somebody who's looking at this comic book film. I'm not looking for, oh shit, they put Martian Manhunter in the film. Oh shit, there goes Joker. Oh shit, there goes Deathstroke. Like I don't care about those cameos if it doesn't make sense and if it's just we're putting them in there because look how many characters there are in Justice League. Look at all the Easter eggs that are in Justice League. No, I came here to get a good experience of a Justice League movie. And I halfway got that within these 4 hours. Halfway.
I got 2 hours and 15 minutes of it.
Exactly. I got 2 good hours of Justice League aside from the slow-mo, the all that shit, all that annoying anime filler stuff. So I guess I'll end it off with this because I mean I got a bunch more negatives, but I think we should wrap this stuff up. So my final verdict of Justice League, like I said, you did it halfway right. So I'm gonna give you a 5 out of 10. Get 1 more point. You did it. I'm keeping the buck. You did it half. You did everything half right, and you did it average. It wasn't like I'm not saying that this movie is absolutely bad, but like people going like this is the greatest thing ever. You're entitled to have that opinion. I don't think this is the greatest thing ever. Now, did I enjoy watching it from time? Yes. Will I watch this again? Hell no. 4 hours? No. Now I might rewatch the ending scene where Superman came and beat the shit out of everybody. Maybe if they upload some clips of that on YouTube. But watching through those 4 hours again, that's a skip, bro. That's a skip.
Yeah,
And
no, that's a skip.
And you made me buy HBO Max for this, which is another negative.
It's kind of like, and like again, I'm not comparing, but like, bro, like I'm sorry, I don't think anything should be like, and I don't like this shit with WrestleMania. I don't think any medium and like that, like when it comes to movies and shit like that, should be 4 to 5 hours long, dog.
No.
Like us watching Endgame, like half of that experience is with the gas, right? But I can't watch that shit from the beginning all the way to the end. I gotta watch that when that climax happened, right? When shit started getting cool. And that's different from Infinity War. I would say this to the ends of the earth. I hate comic movies, but I think Infinity War, Avengers 1, Civil War, and Captain America Winter Soldier are some of the best comic book movies that has ever came out. Yep. From front to back. And Black Panther as well. Oh, my bad. But like those are some of the best comic book movies to go out. Like sitting down and watching those movies, I can watch those movies from front to back. But boy, I can't do that with Endgame had a lot of jargon. A chore. But Endgame had a lot of jargon, but that end scene made up for that whole fucking 5 hours, bro. Because that shit was amazing. But that fucking just Snyder cut is just like it has a great end scene, but like it don't make up for like some of the shit I just watched. But my biggest gripe is that the movie is done over the Snyder cut. Y'all got what y'all want. It's still on the side of WB is like you took this away. You could have waited because one, he came out during the same time as a hype Marvel movie, but you could have waited, let this man's vision go to where it needs to go, and had a movie in which you can build the universe back up off of.
Yeah.
Did it.
Rushed it.
But you brushed it. And you was trending number 2 when this shit came out. Now, I know a lot of people who would defend the reason this movie sucked, so I don't give a fuck about it trending. I will tell you like this, bro. Trending in this day and age in a fucking America is low-key hard to do because you're dealing with fucking politics and J-pop.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
especially on Twitter. On Twitter.
So that's two things that's hard as fuck to do. And then another thing is, though I don't necessarily take Rotten Tomatoes score as word because that shit. You can go in there and not watch the fucking movie. Yeah, you can go in there and not watch the movie and say it's ass.
It'd be freaking 3% for something an hour after it dropped. Like, gee.
Yeah. So like that's why I will never like go and just be like, oh look, Rotten Tomatoes has said this. No, but you get a movie that's universally hated when it first came out. Nobody liked the original Justice League. Movie that's universally hated was able to get above a fucking 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. Audience score. Fuck the critic scores because critics are critics. But audience score, that's the conglomerate.
Is that like a 90-something%?
No, it didn't get that high.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. Hell no, I didn't get that.
I know I think the critic score was like 75%, and I think the audience score was higher than that.
No, the critic score was higher than the audience, I think.
No. The critic was lower than the audience. I think I saw a picture that Tyler posted up. It said the critics was like 75%, and then the audience was higher than that.
Oh, I probably rearranged it in my head, but that shit, like, you could have built a universe off of this fucking movie, but you failed, and now you have to pick up fucking scraps. And I ain't even gonna cap. Is this the best opportunity to pick up those scraps? With Marvel in they fucking nasty bag, because having the shit that's coming out other than Blade and the Doctor Strange movie, I low-key don't want to fucking watch, like Eternals and all. And Black Widow gonna be a 4-year-old movie coming out in 2021. It's gonna be fucking hilarious. But
just drop that movie, like, dog.
Every time that movie gets delayed, I get less and less hyped about it.
So all in all, like, shout out to Zack Snyder vision finally getting told. Shout out to the bow finally getting put on this half of the DCEU. Thank you that it's over. There's no more like, all right, what if the Snyder cut drop? There's no more.
Oh my God, yeah. Once the Snyder cut drops, then it's over. It's over for the comic book game.
I'm just glad.
Let's start fresh. Let's hope that some of these movies be able to generate some hype around that medium, around the DCEU. Let's get some better fucking writers at the end of the day. Let's shave some run times. No more slow-mo scenes. Fuck Wonder Woman story. Yeah. And all in all, shout out to HBO Max, because like I don't like streaming services. HBO Max ain't. I've been watching HBO Max a lot, so I have to be like, like that. And Netflix has been. I go back and forth with them. Other than like, YouTube is like my TV. YouTube is like cable to me.
Oh God, yeah, YouTube is.
When I'm watching like when I want to watch some shit, I'll watch it too. I flip back and forth. Like I watched it. I don't even pay for that shit. Dion pay for it, and I watch it more than he do. But what I'm about to say, because like the Mortal Kombat movie, the
Godzilla drops at the end
Godzilla, a lot of shit about to drop soon, and they could have been like Disney and say, give us $15 so you can watch this shit.
30, nigga. You talking about 15, 30.
30?
Yeah, Disney charges 30.
I'll say this on tape. I will pirate your shit.
Arg, nigga.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and wrap this episode because I don't got a clown off the top of my head. I think the clown Universal is Warner Brothers. So I don't really got much else.
I got a clown.
Oh, you do? All right, cool. We're
Yes,
gonna have a
sir.
clown
Yes,
real
sir.
quick. Hold on. Clowns, goddamn goofies around here. Warner Brothers hold that L.
Exactly. Oh, this is because we definitely got to speak out on this because we talk about anime, we talk about Japanese culture a lot. So obviously, Clown of the Week goes to the dumbass nigga who went around and shot those 6 Asian women, and also clown to clown to the officer, the captain who responded to that incident. I think they actually caught like some previous like messages that he put on social media that kind of confirmed that he had a lot of anti-Asian tendencies. But this dumbass goes on on television to say like, oh, he was having a bad day, and I guess this is what he does. We're not linking this to any race issues or whatever.
Goofy
Nigga
ass.
went around and shot 6 Asian women. I now it's a lot of people in this world that be walking around in public areas and shit like that. But for you to specifically target Asian women, to me, that's screaming race. And the fact that you said that this happened as a result of him having a bad day, get the fuck out of here. It's time to play my favorite game. Let's flip the script. Would you have said that if it was an Asian woman who went around and killed 6 white men? Would you have said that if it was a black man who went around and killed 6 white women? Would you have said that if it was a Latin man who went around and killed 6 white men and 6 white women? The script would have been different. Call a spade a spade. When I have a bad day after work, I log off, I take a nap, I get up and I do some work exercises and I play video games for the rest of the night and go about my day. I don't have a bad day and go like, damn, I'm stressful. Man, I had a bad day. Time to go kill some people. I mean, I'm just having a bad day, right? Head ass shit. So yeah, we at the Black Otakus of the culture, we talk about Japanese culture all the time, bro. We are stop this Asian hate.
Stop Asian hate.
We are stop Asian hate. This whole anti Asian thing that's rising up because of the coronavirus. I need y'all to realize this. First and foremost, is it a fact that the coronavirus originated from China? Correct. However, the current situation that we're in today as a result of the coronavirus is due to the incompetence of our leadership. First and foremost, we put ourselves into this situation. Point blank, period. The response that our leadership had during the previous presidency as a result of delaying telling the public about the coronavirus, failure to implement a sound shutdown or quarantine practices, not delivering vaccines as soon as possible. That is all on us. So stop blaming this on a group of people that are who are in this situation the same way we are, bro. The way to get through this virus is together, not apart. So stop Asian hate, and you, the nigga who shot those 6 Asian women, goofy, and the captain who responded to that, you was a goofy clown. That's it.
Right. And co-sign that clown as well. But yeah, so stop Asian hate. And as the Black Otakus, we dig into the culture. It'd be wrong if we don't support them and be allies to Asians and the Japanese. But let's get ready to close this episode out. We appreciate you guys for listening. As always, make sure you search You Tweaking Media on Teespring, copy some merch. Make sure you follow us on all DSPs, YouTube. Like, subscribe, and comment. If you're on Spotify, if you're on SoundCloud, Google, Apple Podcasts, hit that follow button. If you like it. If you can comment. All appreciate it. But above all, no matter where you're listening, share. Let your peoples know. Let your peoples know about us. Let them know that we funny as hell. We slander. We keep it G real though. So we appreciate you guys for listening. As always, also follow us on Twitter at the Black Otakus for any random tweets that we may have going on during the week, and also just for the content as well. Thank you for listening, and peace.
So.